high as a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast forward. I am the nigga, young dog. This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the lean. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden never faded, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, living dreams. Now they zoned out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted the back in the day. The rock had a violent freak. Different story now, they got no energy. New drugs got them slow with the hit unload. I'm close and they don't dance no more. Rock used to be jumping, top shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am the nigga, young dog. I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off. Shit just don't hit the same.
I am that nigga, young dog. Hey, we got a follow from J Lock. It's an early follow. Oh man, I don't know where we should start here. I'm really hesitant to do this. I like CT, man, but a guy was really hammering CT. And the only reason I'm gonna do this partly is because he said some things that I said just a couple days ago. And it was very interesting to me to hear other people picking up on this. I'm like a trendsetter of sort. And then we're going to get to Angry Man. I was listening to Izzy Bands the other day, and Izzy Bands and Angry Man had a fallout. And there was some guy, King Pix in the chat. He said, John, he said you were early on Angry Man, but you weren't wrong. You were just early, and that is true. I was early on the Angry Man, but I think I was right on the Angry Man, John. I thought, yeah. The thing is, I still have a few days left on the subscription, so I decided to do the stream. I started, I'm going to show you some things on OBS from a programmer standpoint, because I think more people should do OBS, to be honest with you. Should you save money, if nothing else? But I'll show you some of the things, but we're going to jump right into this. Here's a guy who was criticizing CT, and I want you to hear what he said when he criticized CT. I think you'll find it rather interesting. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but the one thing that caught my ear was this right here. So this guy his stream is called This Thing of Ours. Let's go. And let's see if we get right into it.
Had to make sure everything was working. I had a little hiccup at the beginning, but it looks like it's been fixed. Welcome to This Thing of Ours. Yes, I know. It's awesome. You don't have to pat me on the back for it. What we came here to talk about is honestly something that a lot of y'all have been waiting on this whole week. K stream titled, Did My Audience Ruin My Channel? Or something like that, something to that effect. And he made a 9-hour live stream about it. Look, you got to be dedicated as hell to do 9 hours of streaming on YouTube. I've run out of stuff to talk about after about 2.5, 3 hours tops. Like, it has to be especially awesome for me to go past 3 hours. But he managed to do a 9-hour stream about this. Now, I went ahead and I played the video to get past his intro, because his intro music is fucking terrible. Not quite as good as mine, especially my new one. Y'all know it sounds good. But yeah, let me see if I can find it. Yeah,
Society.
Bend my ass. You tethered ass, buck dancing.
He's going through the intro here.
Good. He kicked everybody else off the panel and just let me talk for like an hour. Was nobody else on there but me. And it's because I actually know how to articulate a sentence. I know how to talk about different topics. all kinds of stuff. He brings on these no count losers. Most of them don't even have their own channels. They have no idea about content creation. They just come on to cause trouble. And he lets them come on because they donate or whatever the hell it is. And it really makes for a bad show. I warned him about this. I told him, bringing these kind of people on will ruin your channel. That's why his channel is stuck in purgatory. It does not grow. His channel hasn't grown in a long time. He got to a certain number and it stopped. Because nobody wants to hear these no count niggas call each other names. And that's just the truth.
See your monkey ass face in out of here. Listen, no, your I'm retired. Listen.
Also, it's a lot of people that come on with terrible, and I mean terrible microphones.
Well, that's what CT was saying. That was the point of the show is that the people that are coming on, some of them don't have anything to say, and then others don't cam up, don't have proper mics and cameras and stuff like that.
Okay, I mean just absolute dog shit mics, and it's fucking terrible. His whole channel is terrible. I'm just gonna keep it real. His whole channel is garbage, but he keeps bringing these kind of people on. He won't take constructive criticism or advice. The people that he thinks are cool that he keep bringing on, he only does it because they donate to him. It's not because he think they cool or he like them. It's because certain people done donated a certain amount of money to him, and he feels obligated to let these people keep coming on the streams. That's one of the biggest problems.
I get a service-connected disability pension. I get a retirement pension. I get all my Social Security and Vincent.
Right, Hotep, we can hear you in the back, buddy.
Not your buddy, Punk.
No, all I said.
Okay,
yeah,
so,
okay, go ahead.
A friend, hold on. If you,
because he's donated a bunch of money to him, and he pretty much lets that guy run the stream. And basically, Chaotic Truth has been bought and paid for. And he tries to put on this Republican conservative thing that he does. The fact of the matter is, Truth is just a grifter. Chaotic Truth is a grifter. He don't care about Republicans or Democrats. He really is just a grifter. And the more donations he can get, the better. And I've seen it with my own eyes. I've actually been a guest on the show where he has prioritized donations over everything. By the way, that's the majority of the Black YouTube community.
Well, I mean, I'm glad he didn't just lump CT in there by himself. This is the business model. So, it is what it is. This is the business model here.
They all sit around, hit the cash app, hit the cash app. Nah, I mean, hit the cash app. That's most of them. That's why Black YouTube doesn't grow as fast as white YouTube, because all they do is sit around and say, hit the cash app. It's really, really trash content.
okay. Now, for the Nigerian tether, you gotta imagine, you're doing a whole content show, and we'll be monetizing on this just based on yesterday. I don't have that, man. I don't put that much in. I can do that, but I don't have that, because you're doing a whole show about Ben Rahotep, old man, 70 years old. I already told you. See, I'm gonna tell you another thing. You're a bona fide liar. So I don't know where you're getting these numbers from, because I'm not 70.
Okay, well, you have time to speak now, sir. Do you want to speak?
No. You the show.
Well, that lag is what happens. That's another thing that happens on his thing. He has really terrible lag. Like I said, most of the people that come on have terrible mics. It's just local niggas from the hood, pretty much. That white dude, Gimpy, he's one of these Jewish guys who thinks, like all that Israel crap. It's just a bunch of shit with this channel. It really is. It's just a bunch of shit. The few times I went on there, the first couple times, it was all good. But then after that, I started getting disrespected, mistreated. And then finally, the last time I was on there, Truth, he just let his whole panel rail against me, accuse me of stuff, lie on me, all kinds of shit. And then he booted me off afterwards. Hang on.
I've never seen CT boot people like that for difference in opinions. I didn't see the show this guy's speaking of. I didn't see this. So that's unusual for what he's saying. Usually CT just lets it roll.
Y'all, I need to fix my mic real quick. It's doing something stupid.
Usually it's the Izzy Band's Sharon Bracey panels that pay to put you off and things like that. But and this guy's saying CT put him off. The criticism in the chat is a little, he's just getting started. But as I was looking through the criticism in the chat, it's a little rough, but not atypical for any of these black streamers. I will say that now.
Hang on just a second, y'all.
Or
I'm your spiritual.
Something that is spiritual. Okay, you're my spiritual father. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
if you're my spiritual father, what did he do to help shape and mold me to be your son?
The fact that you obsess over my channel, sir, and what I say.
And so forth and on, and debase
This guy is he has a panel. What's the name of it? This thing of ours or something like that. That's the name of his channel. I guess he's been on CTs before. It's a fairly small channel, only about 200 subscribers.
people, and the
I think what he's saying applies not necessarily to CT solely, but it's something that I said just the last stream.
In the director chair, the small hat guy, they want to lambast me. But let me tell you something. Stop holding up signs, small hat. You got enough issues. Your people got enough issues. Go me on.
But you try to get some
My lifestyle.
And he always plays this stupid fucking song every time he gets a donation. And honestly, his show, I mean, y'all are listening to it yourself. Y'all are sitting there listening to it. It's a complete clusterfuck. The whole thing. I don't know how he does 9 hours of this. Look, I know a lot of people that do full-time YouTube and they don't spend 9 hours doing this stupid fucking shit.
Do one more. Here we go. Or to go outside, go for a walk, go for a run. Quit being a loser, man. You're in the greatest country on the planet. Put a smile on your face. That's all it takes, man. If you have all your limbs, if you are able to walk, you shouldn't be depressed. Get over that depression stuff. I know it's Wednesday. I know a lot of you guys are sad. I'm so sad. You're a loser. And get over it. Get over it. You're in the greatest country on the planet. Stop being a fucking loser. But yeah, back to what I was saying, Seven Still. A lot of these people that call in, they don't understand what they are doing. And I'm not going to call out any names. I don't have to unless somebody addresses me directly. But Seven Still, you've been in the audience for many, many years. You are.
Guys, all of that freezing and glitching and all that bullshit, that's on his end. That's not my shit. That's not my system. That's just part of his terrible ass presentation. His channel, his mics, his cameras, they still using that bullshit ass broadcaster thing. That StreamYard shit. StreamYard is fucking terrible. They still using that. Like the whole.
And that was the point that I made in the last stream. I think, and I'm being honest here, a lot of these streamers that have been doing this for a while, they've kind of been stuck. They have not advanced their presentation. And one of the things that I pointed out is the StreamYard, man. Like, you can't be professional using StreamYard solely. I'm using StreamYard here, but most of the video, all the videos I create are about OBS. Sometimes I go live by OBS. We're moving to OBS. It's something that I recognize, and this guy is recognizing too. A lot of people are recognizing it. StreamYard is very limited. Is for the very, very noobs in terms of technology.
Black sector of YouTube, they all do this. They all use StreamYard. They all do these multi-boxes where they all sitting there arguing with each other. I don't want nothing to do with these niggas. Nothing to do with these niggas. If Truth came and said, hey, man, I want you back on the panel, I'm not fucking with it. Because when he brought me on, he lied. He said he wasn't going to bring all those niggas on that fuck shit up. And right after bringing me on, he brought them niggas on the panel. And it just completely, like, me and him were having a legitimately good conversation. Some of you guys were watching it live. We were having a real conversation about real stuff, and he ruined it by bringing them niggas on. And I told him it was going to happen. I said, dude, if you bring these niggas on, they going to ruin the stream. Happened exactly how I said it would.
Great friend. You don't bother me. And obviously, I'm not talking about you, but there are individuals that can't read a room. They don't understand nuance. They bring a level of depression. They bring a level of not just negativity. I'm making that up, but they bring a level of a monkey wrench. They're throwing a monkey wrench into a high performing panel. I'm just gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out.
He said a monkey wrench to a high performing panel. No, sir, it's not a high performing panel. Your panels are absolutely, positively terrible because you have on a bunch of people hollering, a bunch of ghetto ass dudes, a bunch of whack ass females, and you don't moderate properly, I'm sorry, but no, I'm not gonna let you get away with that. And I'm saying this as someone who has actually been a guest on your show. Your show does not run like you saying it is. It's just not true.
Oh, when I'm on the panel with Ivan, my fraternity brother, Black Moses, when he calls in, Moses is funny. Moses can read a room. Moses understands nuance. Moses gets jokes. Moses is entertaining. If I don't bring you up on the panel while me and Moses are going back and forth, it's nothing personal. It's just
Slap the like button for me, folks.
That you suck. You are not good for the panel at the moment.
Hey, if y'all can kind of hear my AC blowing in the back, it's my bad. But when I got home today, it was hot in here. Like I hadn't been home all day today, and my man cave was just hot because the window of this room is always facing the sun during the day. So the sun's always beaming on the front of the house, and this man cave window was in the front of the house. So it was hot as hell when I got home.
I don't want to hear his excuses either.
A lot of you guys are weed smokers. A lot of you guys do drugs, and a lot of times drugs, it enhances your main character syndrome, your ego.
That Truth should watch a lead cast and take notes. His panels are hot ass. Exactly. We have good panels, and we be on there having fun. His panels are angry. Like, it's all anger. Everybody come on pissed off, and they immediately start fights with the other people that are on there. It's not very good.
But a lot of you guys have to have,
Big Dog, I don't think he sounds sassy. I think he's making some points, honestly. Particularly on the StreamYard. I think, shit is something I mentioned this, or he mentioned it as well. But I think he's making some points, not specifically CT, for those of you that may take exception for what he's saying about CT. I think in general, the Black YouTubers need to step their game up. That's just my honest assessment.
Ego destroyed. I'm going to destroy it today. Guys, get the likes up, share the video. That's another thing too, guys. Get the goddamn likes up. That's another thing too. What's the point of watching this goddamn show if you're not going to get the goddamn likes up? Get the likes up, guys. Share the fucking video, guys. Hey, I don't understand. I wouldn't want to go somewhere if I'm not marketing to, even if I hated a channel, which I don't hate, I will still market the channel to 20, 30 people in my phone. Hey, watch this, motherfucker. Just hey, quick, watch this. What's this? Man, just watch this.
If your channel was doing what it's supposed to be doing, you wouldn't have to do that. You would not.
Man, I'm interrupting this show. I shouldn't do this and answer the questions, but this is a different format. I don't do a lot of reacts. So I'll answer this question. CT, he got a strike. He'll be back in a couple of days. That's just the thing. It's YouTube.
To tell people to market it to other people. You know what happens on my main channel? People will come in the chat and they'll be saying, man, I shared this with people at my job. I shared this with people on my Twitter. I told my homies to check this out. I don't have to tell people to go do that. They do it on their own. And if your channel was doing what it's supposed to be doing, and if you didn't bring on all these niggas all the time, then I think folks would do that for you.
I don't disagree with that. I hear a lot of streamers. It's not just CT. I hear a lot of streamers saying, like, shares the stream, share the stream. You can see, I think it's Palomino Ricky, someone says, I don't like sharing streams. I hate sending people clips. And, I think that if you're going to send someone a clip, it has to be very, very concise. You can't send someone a 15, 10-minute clip. It's got to be short, concise. I'm not sure if CT creates a lot of clips, and many of these Black streamers don't create a lot of clips. So you can't send someone an 8-hour live. That just can't happen. You just can't do that.
Problem is, your whole comment section, your chat, your panel is filled with niggas, and they only care about themselves. They only want to get on camera and promote themselves. Look at all these people. Look at all these people that used to be on other people's panels. Now all of them have their own YouTube channels. All these people that started out on Lapeef or started out on Anton Daniel's show, now all of them got their own channels. Because all they cared about was getting their name and their face out there so they could do their own channel. They did not care about your channel. That's why when people come on my podcast or my lead cast, the only face you see is me. Everybody else, you just hear their voice, but you don't see them. Because ain't nobody promoting themselves on my shit. That ain't happening. You can hear them talk, but they ain't coming on here. Yeah.
That's a very interesting point of view. What he's saying is saying that, like, these people that are coming on these streams, they're not there to promote your channel or even support your channel. They're there to promote their own channel. So what he does to prevent that is doesn't even allow them to be seen. That's very, very interesting. I think it depends on the panelists. You might want them to be seen, particularly if they're camming up. But this is a different point of view that he's putting out here and saying that the panelists that CTE and all these people have, they're just looking to build their own channel off of your back. That's very interesting.
Yeah, my name is Lil Uzi Vert 69 Dump Truck saying, come watch my channel. No, fuck you. You're not doing that shit on my channel. My days of promoting people is long over with.
Fucking video. But a lot of you guys won't even do that shit. So I'm going to call it out today. Seven Still, I'm going to call it out today with a lot of these people, man. I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out, and I'm going to talk about it. A lot of you guys are bringing the channel down, and I'm going to call it out. And
ultimately, truth, is your fault. They bringing your channel down because you allow it. See, people can only do to you what you allow them to do. And the fact is, you bring these hooligans on your channel, you don't moderate, you don't control them. As long as they donate to you, you let them say anything they want to say and do anything they want to do. You don't have enough courage to get rid of people, even people that have donated to you. I banned a dude the other day, and he was a member on my channel. He had a paid membership, and I banned his ass. Because I don't care if you pay me money or not. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Period. Buying a membership or donating to the stream don't make you better than the other people that's watching.
I mean, you know, to be fair, it's a big world out there. The people that super chat you, the people that are your members, that's a very small part of the universe of the people that you're probably trying to reach. And it's a delicate balancing act here. And this guy saying, hey, he banned a member of the channel.
You guys know the way I do it. I read everybody's comments. I don't just single out the ones where people paid me a damn super chat. I read those too, but I read everybody's shit, whether you super chatted or not. Because ain't nobody more special than anybody else. But these dudes, like him, only comments he read are super chats. He don't care about nothing else.
That is my fault, because like Gimpy says, I do control the buttons. If me and Ivan, or Black Moses, aka Moses, if me and him are going back and forth, right? Imagine a good, I don't know if any of you guys watch tennis. A lot of you guys don't. A lot of you guys aren't that goddamn refined to watch tennis. But if you're watching tennis and it's a good match, kabluka pow, kabluka pow, kabluka pow, and imagine a
Now, he just said something that I think is funny. He said a lot of you guys aren't refined enough to watch tennis. Well, if you know your audience is not refined enough to watch tennis, why do you bring them on your panel and let them cuss and holler like crazy people? See, I'm not gonna blame the panel. I'm gonna blame him because it's his channel, it's his show. He is responsible for the people that come on his shit. So I ain't gonna let him pass the buck and say other people are ruining his channel. No, he ruined his own channel when he decided he wanted to let these people come on and do whatever they wanted to do. He passing the buck. He trying to say it ain't me, it's them over there. No, it's you, because it's your channel. At the end of the day, when all the lights are turned off and the computers are shut down, the person that logs into that account and sets up the streams and broadcasts them is you. Imagine me blaming the one for my stream when he ain't got no control over it. Imagine me saying, man, that stream was awesome, man, but Zero came in and fucked it up. Imagine me saying that when I got all the control of the stream. I control who talk. I can mute people, I can ban people, I can kick people. Imagine me doing that. Well, that's what he's doing right now.
You know, it's an interesting point. You know, I was on Izzy Bands the other day, and the panel, he had a few people on the panel, and all of them were directing questions to me. And I looked into the chat, and someone said, damn, is this the John Galt channel? It was Izzy channel, but it was, you know, all of the conversation was directed at me. And at some point, I think it's some nigga, Uda on the go or somebody paid to put me down. And the guy, when they paid to put me down, there was one guy on the panel, he said, damn, I was hoping to ask John Galt a question. And it seemed like a productive question, you know, a question above board. And that is the problem, you know, with Black YouTube. And it went on and on and on. And that 20 minutes later, I come back up, somebody in the panel would put me down. Somebody in the chat would put me down. And at some point, the guy that wanted to ask me questions and the other people that were on the panel, they eventually left. So here was Izzy by himself to talk to no one with no content. And the person that everyone wanted to hear from or talk to, he had been put down by one person for $20. That's not a business. You can't allow your business to run like that. It just doesn't work.
That's the power to ban people, kick people off, mute people, erase motherfuckers off of there if you want to. But he chooses not to do it because they pay him donations. Like that Gimpy dude he keep bringing up. That dude has donated money out the wazoo. So he ain't never going to kick that dude off because the dude done gave him too much money. And he's too much of a coward to fight against the money. He do 9-hour streams because that's the only way he can make money on YouTube. He got to run for 9 hours to get that ad revenue money because he ain't making no other real money on YouTube. And by the way, he started off as a panelist on other people's shit. He was on Lapeef, he was on Anton Daniels, he was on a bunch of other shows. This dude is exactly the kind of dude I'm talking about. He started off as a panelist coming on other people's streams, giving his take, and then he transformed that into his own channel, along with Fatty, that other dude, I forgot his name, that other black dude. All these motherfuckers start out as panelists, and they end up making their own little streams because they think they can do it better than the channel that they was hanging out on.
Oof.
All of them.
This is rough talk here.
All of them. They all got their start on Lapeef Network, and then they all thought, well, I'm better than Lapeef. Well, Lapeef still getting views and doing better than you. Now, I think Lapeef is boring as hell, and I've been on there as a panelist. You guys know I was on a Trigger Mike show on there on the Lapeef Network, so I've been on that channel too. And before anybody say, well, you just like them, you went on the panel and then you started your own. No, I was doing streams long before I went on any panels. Long before. Yeah, I got a whole track record of being a regular old live streamer. And if you don't believe me, go over to BitChute and look up NBA and look at all those streams I did way before Lapeef was even popular. All them YouTube streams are over there going all the way back to 2017. I was streaming long before I went on his panel. For anybody to try to run that bullshit game.
Motherfucker running across the damn court on a high level, high performing tennis match. A lot of you guys do that. Man, let me up on the panel. Let me up on the panel. No, man, you're not coming on the panel because you are the person running across the goddamn court when there is a high performing, high stakes game going on. A lot of you guys, I don't know how many times I got to say this. Nothing is personal with me. When the camera goes off, I don't give a goddamn. Not in a sense I don't give a goddamn about you.
Now he's saying he don't let certain people come on, but the intro he played, he had some dude on there cussing him out and yelling at him and shit talking him. And he lets that dude come on all the time. Kind of contradicting your words there, ain't you?
But when the camera goes off, that's it for me. But a lot of you guys take things so goddamn personal.
Now look, I work. You guys know I work. I make good money offline. I do this as a hobby, the way YouTube should be done. If you're not one of the big YouTubers that's making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month off of this, then you should have a job. The only way I would stop working is if I made so much money off of this that I didn't have to go back to work. That's the only way. But until I'm even close, I'm going to work because that way I got my bills paid first. As a man, your number one responsibility, your bills should be paid first. I don't have to worry about getting demonetized. If I get demonetized, I still can pay my bills. When he get demonetized, he has to beg for donations. That's why we started calling him Chaotic Beggar. I don't want to live that way. I would never want that life where I'm having.
You know what's interesting? Again, this is not about CT. This comment that I'm about to make is that I put up a video this morning. I don't know how many of you saw it. I asked DJ Witch Doctor, I said, what do you do for a living when you turn the cameras off? Would not answer. And what I'm saying is that I think that's the interesting part of these people. Someone said that Art is a mailman. And I think they were trying to ridicule him by calling him a mailman. But hell, when I was growing up, a mailman was a respectable job. He had a pension and things like that. And here they are ridiculing respectable jobs. And in this case, maybe they're not even working because they're pursuing this YouTube thing. And the mindset is that working a real job is beneath them. This is very interesting.
Having to beg people so I can pay my rent. It's a disgusting way to live. It's not very manly to sit online and beg for money.
I gotta stop you right here. I was talking to my lovely lady Lisa the other day. And you know, I don't really ask for money and shit on this channel. And she was talking about, damn, what's this lady name? It's a light-skinned girl, Ashley Amber. Damn. She was on that show with Issa Rae. I can't remember her name. Amber Seals. Amber, what's her name? I don't know her name. I'll get to it later. I'll tell the story later when I get her name.
When I'm watching Magic, I sit back and just watch it. If me and Black Moses are going back and forth with jokes, if me and Black Moses are going back and forth with commentary, you should be able to read the room at that moment. You should be able to say, oh man, this is really fucking interesting. Instead of always wanting to enter goddamn jet. Guys, get the lights up, guys. Share the video. Skywalker says they want to jump in. They want to jump in. Let me read this super chat real quick. We got Corey with the $10 super chat. Great show, CT. I'm a software engineering intern. but I would be more if I wasn't working so much. Guys, get the likes up, share the video. Let me give you.
Must be the money, yeah. Must be the money, it's got to be, 'cause I got what's wanting to be my friend. Must be the money.
It was the girl. It was the lady, Amanda Seales. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of her. This is her right here, Amanda Seales. My lady Lisa is a big fan of hers. And apparently Amanda Seales does not work. YouTube is her living. And so Amanda Seales was on YouTube the other day and Lisa was listening. And she's like, I need some money. In Lisa's words, she was begging. And I said, well, did you send her any money? Hell, you listened to her channel. She said, no, I didn't send her anything. I said, why not? She said, I got my own bills. I'm broke. And I think that's the problem. And so she looked at Amber Seales, wasn't it? Amanda Seales, it's like she was begging. But Lisa listened to the woman. She likes her. She didn't send her any money. And she said, it rubbed her the wrong way. It's like she's begging. Go get a job. That's what Lisa said to me. And this is the woman that she likes and watches. Make of that what you will.
I don't know what it is. Talk to me. Check it out.
So here goes the thing. If I'm going back and forth with a high-level panelist like a Black Moses, if you're too stupid to read the room, if you are too stupid to say, how come you ain't let me talk? How come you ain't let me? Because, bro, it is magic taking place. Moses is funny. I'm funny. The set and setting are fun.
Yeah, listen, he's one of those sound effect people. He loves sound effects. He loves playing that stupid fucking song. Look, ain't nothing wrong with that if the shit's funny. Okay? If the shit's funny or entertaining, then fine. But if you playing it just to play it, then come on, man. Nobody wants to hear that. There was one stream, he just kept playing that song.
Man, I was on the Witch Doctor and I go on Easy Bands and all this shit. And them niggas had the sound effects and all that AI shit. Like, this is my thought. Like, that shit is filler. You go buy some dope and you get some filler. It ain't all dope. The AI effects and all that songs, AI songs and shit. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. You know how you've heard me be kind of tough on tough guy. You heard me be kind of tough on tough guy. I was telling my lovely lady Lisa this morning. Universal Jones played a song, an AI song in front of Tough Guy. And he asked Tough Guy his opinion of the song. Tough Guy was like, man, I'm a musician. I make the dope in the lab. This artificial dope that y'all making out here calling it music, I can't respect it. It sound all right, but I'm a musician, man. Like, I really make this shit. Real shit, not that inorganic shit that you guys are coming with. And this is Tough Guy. Think of what you want to say about Tough Guy. But he does make music. And he's looking at this organic, this AI shit, and he's like, that shit ain't that dope. That's Tough Guy. And Tough Guy ain't the most intellectual motherfucker you're gonna find out here. And he's looking at it like that. And so this is this guy.
Over. It's lame. It's a lame ass song. Nobody cares.
A lot of you guys got to get over your autism. A lot of you guys have to get over your main character syndrome. A lot of you guys are fucking boring. You're
fucking boring. Trust me. This is
Tough Guy plays the drums, by the way.
Coming from someone who's actually entertaining on a live stream. Truth, your topics are boring because all you do is suck off Donald Trump. You want to prove so badly that you are a black Republican that every single stream you just sucking Donald Trump's dick or the Republican Party. Look what they've done to this country. Gas prices are triple what they were when Biden was president. Food prices triple. Home prices triple. Tariffs, taxes, everything's fuced.
Oh, this is political here.
When they got elected to
office, into the political aspect of it. But again, this is the and I've talked about this from the perspective of Angry Man. Angry Man, if you watch the videos, and we'll talk about it a little bit later, Angry Man comes out as this conservative black Republican, but then he wants to drag his victim card with him. That doesn't play in the Republican Party. So yeah, I don't know.
But this dude refused. Democrats have this much power.
This guy's talking.
So how you gonna keep blaming Democrats? This is one of the big problems I see with this guy. And Anton Daniels and all these other so-called black Republicans. They got to suck all that Republican dick to try to prove that they one of them. I'm one of you guys. I'm a black Republican. They ain't never going to accept you. White folks that are racist ain't never going to accept you for selling out your own people.
You know what's interesting is he just said that is that Anton Daniels said something. I released that clip. He says, I can only go so far with the Republicans because when I want to bring in my black struggle, they don't want to hear it. That's what Angry Man said.
I criticize the black community, but not because I'm a self-hating piece of shit. I criticize the black community because there's a lot of stuff the black community can do to get on its own feet and get better. And the first thing we can do is we can stop giving all this fresh air to niggas. There's a movie I watched years ago, an old movie called Original Gangsters. And it's about people coming back to their old neighborhood to meet up, to see old friends. And then when they get there, it's a bunch of gang members.
And you know, I'm interrupting this react. I typically don't do reacts, honestly. So I'm not even going to clip this shit up. So I can interrupt it and not have a problem. Yeah, you know, I've been on Risky before. I've actually clipped up a couple of Risky's videos. I'm seeing kind of a shift in Risky, to be honest with you. I sent Be Brave a text message. I'm like, damn, look at what Risky's doing over there. Risky's not a dumb guy. He's not dumb at all. And he has a business outside of YouTube, which exposes him to the real world, which, you know, a lot of these guys don't want to talk about, or they embarrassed about what they do, and so on and so forth. They don't do anything. So that, I think, gives Risky a different perspective of the world. He probably has, I think Risky moves piano, so which means he probably has a lot of white clients.
Running the old neighborhood. So all these old fucking people from the old days, they get together and they run these gangs out of their neighborhood. They all click up with the people that's living there. They get tired of that shit. They run them niggas up out of there. They killed some of them, and some of them took off running and never came back. I've been saying for years, the black community needs to do that with niggas. We need to run them motherfuckers off, clean up our neighborhoods, and stop begging the white man to fix everything. There's a difference between that and coming on saying, oh, Donald Trump's amazing. His dick tastes good. Because that's what truth does. Y'all done heard him. Some of y'all done been to his stream. That's all he does. And nobody wants to hear that fucking bullshit. Donald Trump is an 80-year-old sociopath.
I don't hear CT talking much about Trump, but I think this kind of does apply to Angry Man, who is probably much more aligned with the whole Republican stuff.
Who's destroying this country?
Boring. And I would argue that a lot of you guys should just stay in the fucking chat. A lot of you guys should stay in the chat. If you get offended by what I'm saying, go somewhere else. Go to Sharon's panel. Go to this. And I'm not knocking Sharon. Go to This Might Be Risky. Go to whoever the fuck at our level, or go to a higher level panel. Go to Candace Owens. I'm pretty sure that bitch will let you on. Go to her fucking panel.
Hey, you know, saying I don't call many of these niggas smart, and so for me, call him smart. That is something. But most of these niggas I call low IQ, and there is, you know, by the fact that Hemp has something going on outside of YouTube, you know, maybe that's part of it there.
Candace Owens gets 1 million plus views per stream. He's trying to shit on Candace Owens. She can stream for 1 hour and get 1 million views. He did this stream. This stream was 9 hours long. All he got was 4,000 views. But he trying to shit talk Candace Owens. I don't like Candace Owens, but I'm not going to knock the fact that she's hugely successful. And her channel would dwarf this piece of shit channel of his.
A lot of you guys suck. You're not funny. A lot of you, and there's nothing, Corey, let them know, man. It's nothing personal. Corey, I bet you were not funny, right? And you send over a nice super chat, but because you're a software engineer. So your brain is wrapped different. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with being boring, but just be boring in the goddamn chat. Be boring there. A lot of you guys aren't animated.
You know what I'm gonna say in response to that, and I led in with this the other day, like OBS and just not allowing people up on StreamYard solves all these problems. You can keep these boring people off your panel just by not dropping the link or not allowing them up.
You guys, your cameras never work, your microphones never work. It's something's always off with a lot of you guys that call in.
But you let him on. See, he's leaving out the most important part. No matter what you have to say about these people and their microphones and their cameras, we wouldn't know that unless you let them on the panel. You are the one that lets them on. So I don't know that nigga A got a bad camera until you let him on. I don't know that nigga B got a bad mic until you let him on. So the barrier of entry is you. When somebody got a bad mic on one of my lead casts, what do? Hey man, you need to get off and come back on. Your mic sound like shit. I will completely pause everything and say, man, somebody need to fix their mic. It sounds terrible. Or I will be like, somebody echoing. Stop listening to the stream while you're talking. Like, I'll stop everything. I'm not going to let that shit keep happening on my stream. On his, motherfuckers be just, I mean, some of these microphones sound like somebody just taking their nails and just raking it down a chalkboard, man. I mean, it's bad. And he don't do nothing. There are a bunch of times where he disappears from the stream and let that little gimpy white dude run it. That day that they was going after me, Truth wasn't even on. He let that gimpy dude run the stream and he took off somewhere. And by the time he came back, he found out what happened. But by then it was too late. And you know why he lets that dude run his stream for him? Because that dude donates to him.
I'm going to go back 5 minutes ago. I'm going to say, hey, man, CT, you control the buttons. Yes, I do. But today I'm laying down the law. And if a lot of people don't like it, fuck off. Go somewhere else. Go listen to radio. Go listen to radio at this point. Now I'm going to go listen to 94.3 FM.
And you know what's funny? A lot of people fucked off after he said this. A lot of people stopped watching his trash because it's trash.
W5.
And before anybody say, oh, your channel's small, blah, this is one of my backup channels that I barely use. It's only got 240 subscribers. I know my channel's small. I'm not trying to pretend like my channel is something special. It's literally a backup channel. I do all my main work on my main channel. So before y'all start with that, oh, your channel ain't shit. Yeah, I know. It's a really tiny channel that I don't use. I wasn't finna waste the airtime on my main channel talking about this bum, or even my second channel, because that's an atheist channel. They ain't got nothing to do with this loser. The fact of the matter is, Truth need to get a job. He's supposed to be so smart and intelligent. He wears 3-piece suits and all this. Then go get a job. Why are you leaning on YouTube? Your channel is literally dead. Your channel is stuck in the mud and it does not grow. Go look at Social Blade. His channel does not grow. His views are the same.
You know, man, again, man, this ain't a criticism, CT. You know, I just saw this guy's channel. What really piqued my interest was his criticism of StreamYard, because I just made that criticism just a day or so before. But I will say this. I was watching CM Stacks, or what's the guy's name? Seymour Stacks, or whatever the hell his name is. And they end up looking at CT's Social Blade. I think Universal pulled it up. I'm not sure. And again, this is kind of a boyish topic of sort. And so they were looking at CT's Social Blade numbers, and you can go back and look at Seymour, whatever the guy's name is, CM Stacks, whatever. You can see his channel, and they were talking about it. But anyway, this guy's not wrong by that, right?
His subs are the same, and it's been that way for years. When your channel is stuck in the mud and doesn't grow at all, it's time to get a job. Okay? Your channel not growing. You get the same amount of money every time you stream because your shit not growing. This little bitty piddly channel of mine, it might be small, but at least it's growing. I don't know how much it'll grow, but at least it's growing. At least it's doing something. His shit ain't growing at all. So I'd rather get a little growth than no growth.
A WFKC. Go listen to fucking radio. But a lot of you guys, man, you call in. It's me. I'm very happy in real life, and I'm also very happy online.
Well, that was true. Why you make this 9-hour stream bitching? You did a 9-hour stream complaining about the fact that you're not happy with your channel.
But a lot of you guys are so draining. Man, there's so much I can say, and I'm going to say it. A lot of you guys call it.
You know, I hate when people do that. I hate when people say, it's so much I can say, and I'm going to say it, but they never actually get around to saying it. Fucking say it. For crying out loud.
From overseas, your accents are horrible. Your accent, almost 90% of people call from overseas, your accents are dreadful. They are dreadful. You're not funny. Nothing. The only person that calls from overseas, I'm just gonna call it out. The only person who calls in from overseas is funny. It's Hafiz. That's it. Hafiz is the only person out of all the people throughout the years of me live streaming from overseas that has ever called in. He's funny and he doesn't have an annoying fucking accent. But everybody else, your accents are terrible. Your accents are horrible, and you're not fucking funny.
You're talking about what's terrible. This glitch in your camera is terrible. Several people in my chat have mentioned this camera glitchy. Maybe you should up your game before you start shitting on these people that you allow to come on your stream. Yeah, I'm never gonna get away from that point. These people he complaining about, we would not know who they were if he didn't bring them on.
This show is supposed to be the biggest show. I would even argue on social fucking media. It's the most unique show ever.
Not even remotely close. Not even close. This dude, I mean, I've heard of Ego before, but listen, there are streams, other channels on here to do what he do that are completely crushing him. Okay? I don't know where he's getting this. This is a unique show. You literally copied all those other black channels that do the same thing. Like, this might be risky. Team Fatty, Anton Daniels, Lapeef Network. And then you got a bunch of those females starting their own channels. Like that black chick that everybody hates, Jazz, she done started her own channel. All of them are doing it. And it's all the same content repeatedly.
Yeah, I think Jazz, she was more attached to Anton Daniels, and that's where she's got a lot of emotion from my understanding.
$441 a month. So you streaming 9 hours a stream for $400. His subscriber count has not grown at all in over a year. He's been stuck at 13,000 subs for over a year. His weekly average growth when it comes to subs is 0. Daily average 0. So he's not making money. He's not gaining subs. It says in this past year, he's gained 100 subs in the past year.
Yeah, I got to stop this nigga right here and respond to a comment. You know, one of the things I will say, this is give it to your content. This shit. I'm doing some shit I don't normally do. I don't do this react shit. The only thing that piqued my interest was his mention of StreamYard. Because I think that what we're seeing is like some you know, like some kind of like resettling, or like the StreamYard is just for the noobs. Honestly, you can't really make your shit look professional with StreamYard. If you look at my channel, and I'll show you, all these videos right here are done with OBS, and there are probably hundreds of them at this point. And you'll hear me criticize a lot of content creators for not doing this. You'll see this here. If I go here, and I talk to Universal Jones. I mean, this is video after video after video. Shit, I'm only been doing this 2.5 years, give or take. 16 hours ago, a day ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, six. I'm putting out at least 1 or 2 videos every day on top of, every day. And then on top of some of the shorts that I put out. And so as I'm explaining the business to people, I listened to Angry Man the other day. He like, I went viral because of a Tisha Campbell video short that I put out. I'm like, what the hell do you have to do with Tisha Campbell? Why would someone subscribe to Angry Man because they saw a Tisha Campbell video? Am I going to come back and see another Tisha Campbell video? No. But if you would look, and it was a short, that's what he's referring to. But if you would look at my shorts, right? For instance, these are my shorts. This is like content related to the channel. Tightly related. Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, U Street, my plumber, Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, one of my tenants in my neighborhood, one of my houses, me on the train, me in one of my houses, a street interview. The shorts are my content as well. Is anyone catching that? Does anyone, is anyone getting that? Is that making sense? Like, these people have shorts. It is nothing. Someone told me, and I'm not even going to mention names, and I'm terrible at mentioning names, so I'm going to try my best not to mention names. Someone says, hey, John, someone got a lot of subscribers off of a short that they put out, that she put out. I'm going to give you enough hints. And I said, well, can she recreate these shorts? Is that like, like part of her channel? Or was it like happenstance? He said, no, it was like happenstance. And so all the subscribers that she gained from this short, they're worthless. They're not going to come back and listen to her on a live. They're not going to watch another video that may not be pertaining to what they subscribe to. And so what you're seeing these people doing is, and Angry Man admitted himself, you saw the video where he said, I should be a multimillionaire as many times I went viral. All the shorts that I went viral on, a short should make you a millionaire? What the fuck are you talking about? This short has nothing to do with your daily life. Again, I asked DJ Witch Doctor, hey man, when you cut the camera off, what do you do for a living? I'm not going to answer that, John. What? That's how you make your living? And you're unwilling to answer? Everybody knows what I do. I was a software developer. Now I clean up after niggas as a landlord. And that's what's missing there. These people are unwilling to tell you what they do for a living. They're embarrassed by it. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Again, when I found out Art was a post mailman, people were using that to denigrate him. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with a mailman? Hell, just a guy in my neighborhood. He's a mailman in a nice house. He's retired, good living. But on YouTube, a mailman, people will be laughing at you and shit. You just a mailman. I work in a warehouse, and I think that's part of the problem here. What you're saying.
Not in the last 30 days. In the last year, he's earned 100 subs. My main channel's got 100 in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, this dude. Look, whatever he's saying about his channel being unique or whatever, it's just not true. His channel is absolute garbage. It's one of these mid-range channels that's stuck where it is because he tries to pretend like he's an intellectual. He tries to pretend like his channel is so special and different than the rest of these other black channels. And the truth is, they're better than him. Those other channels are better than him.
But a lot of you guys are destroying this product that you are a part of. Corey, these motherfuckers are a part of it. And they are destroying. Yes, everybody from overseas. Yes, including Yaku. These accents, I can't take it anymore. At least be funny.
Then stop letting them come on. It's an easy fix. Learn how to do content that doesn't involve bringing on other people. I do streams where
Who been saying that shit from the beginning? We've been saying this shit from the beginning. I said it just the other day. Take away StreamYard where these people can't add panels, add panelists. And what will we have? We would see like 1 hour shows at best. This StreamYard is like the crutch that allows these people to bring panelists up that allow them to go 8-9 hours and begging for Cash App and Super Chat. Listen, I was watching Izzy Bands the other day. Let's see if I can show this to you. And so Izzy Bands, I sent it to myself so I'll know exactly where it is. Izzy Bands was on his panel and he was like, he tries to run a scheme on his audience where he says, and I'm not criticizing Izzy Bands, I'm just telling you what's going on. And so he says, I need so many people to support the channel before I open up the panel, right? And so he's saying, give me X amount of money and I'll open up the panel. Otherwise, I ain't gonna open up the panel. And so he's expecting that people are gonna say, well, we want a show. We want a panel. And I'm gonna get to the clip here. Is this it? This is about it, right? This is it. So this is Izzy Bands. Again, I'm not criticizing Izzy Bands. I'm just showing you kind of the issues with Boyd. Izzy Bands, as you can see, he does not have a panel, and he has a bounty or like a set amount before he opens up the panel. And listen,
Understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying. Yo, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate y'all. It's been cool, man. Thank you for allowing me to just vent and talk my shit. We didn't get no support today, but it's cool. I appreciate everybody that did support. Thank you to Hombre Lobo himself. I appreciate that Double Up family. Thank you to TBE Truck.
There you go. Say it one more time for the audience, is it?
Very much. I appreciate y'all. It's been cool, man. Thank you for allowing me to just vent and talk my shit. We didn't get no support today, but it's cool.
And this is a under 2 hour stream. Under 2 hours. Without support, he could not open up the panel. He did 2 hours. Right? As I've been telling you, these people have nothing. Like, what does he do after hours when he cuts the camera off? Maybe he could talk about that, his day to day. That might be very interesting.
I'm the only one on camera for 2 or 3 hours. Then I do streams where I bring the fellas on to talk sometimes. And that's only if they want to come on. It's voluntary. Learn how to make content that don't involve bringing on a panel full of idiots. He's not very talented. If you can't hold the audience by yourself for 1 or 2 hours, then what are you doing? I'm already coming up on the first hour. I've been on here by myself. You don't need other people if you got actual talent.
You know, this is just Palomino Ricky. You know, as I say, I think to grow your channel, honestly, your shorts have to be pertaining to your content. That's my thought. If you're just walking down the street one day and you see a car crash and you go viral because of that, those people aren't going to come back tomorrow to listen to you go live, talk about politics. They subscribe because of the car crashes. Are you going to have more car crashes? If not, they're just going to just be like one of those idle subscribes. I'm subscribed to him. I never watch or heard, but I never watch. And so that is the shorts. You know, it's like value. Shorts can have a lot of value or a little bit of value. It depends on what type of short it is as it pertains to how closely related to your content it is. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion.
At least be witty.
I'll give you a better example.
But a lot of people from overseas don't.
I'll give you a better example. If you have a travel channel where you're going off into safaris and stuff like that, and all of your shorts are related to safaris and travel, those are high value shorts. But if you're on a safari channel and they got a short of them walking down the streets of New York City, that's not a high value short. It's not pertaining to their content. So again, you know, I think the shorts should feed into what you normally do during day to day. And for many of these people, I don't think they have shorts that are of value, to be honest with you.
And for the record, I've only played 17 minutes of his stream. So out of the 47 minutes, the 47 minutes that I've been live, 17 minutes of it has been me playing his video, and the rest, the other 30 minutes.
You know, I popped in the Witch Doctor chat one day. You know, he came up here the other day, and you know, I have a clip of him where he said he would not tell us what he does. So every now and then I pop in the Witch Doctor. I say, "Oh, you reviewing other people's content right now?" And what was interesting about Witch Doctor, which really shows you how they have nothing. Witch Doctor was reviewing Gospel of Bob's one night. And I'm saying to myself, like, damn, Witch Doctor has more subscribers, many more subscribers than the Doctor of Gospel of Bob. And you're over here reviewing Gospel of Bob. And then I realized it was because JP was getting arrested. That's all they got. Crawling around on the floor in the crevices, looking for something to play to beg for cash apps. And again, I tell you, man, like, I got women, man. Like, there's no fucking way I get up here and be begging. And you just heard what I told you Lisa said about Amanda Seals. Imagine what Lisa would say about me if I was up here begging. And she saw me fucking begging up here. And she didn't give Amanda Seals any money. Amanda Seals is a woman. And here's these people, you know, Witch Doctor in this particular case, dragging around the bottom of YouTube and found a clip of JP getting arrested. And the crazy part about that is that there were people in Bob's chat, I think it was Bob, but I can't be for sure, hoping that JP would resist so that they could finally get some content. Because they have nothing on their own. That's very sad. That's very, very sad that here they are hoping for JP to resist and get himself in more trouble so they could have content. So they could finally have some content on the internet. And I know they were looking up Bob on this, Social Blade on CM's channel. So, that probably explains why. Anyway, back to this CT channel here, CT review here.
It's been me talking. That's typical of me. I can play a clip for a couple of seconds, and then I can talk about that little clip for 30 minutes. Easy. I've done it before, and I'm going to probably do it again. My point is, this dude does not have the ability to stream without bringing on them bozos to back him up. If he had any...
Universal, I know you over there, boy. You giggling like hell over there. I know you giggling. I know Universal giggling right there. I'm going to play that shit again.
Easy. I've done it before, and I'm going to probably do it again. My point is, this dude does not have the ability to stream without bringing on them bozos to back him up. If he had any real skill, he wouldn't bring them people on.
Don't have that wittiness that we have as Americans, Young and Blessed. And that's something that I've learned too. A lot of people from overseas, no wonder why they watch us. No wonder why they worship us Americans. Because we're funny, we are witty, we're comical. These people are boring and dread.
I'm 5'11", by the way. Yeah.
CM says, finally, CT being honest. I gotta be honest, CM. I have to be honest because
he said, finally, you're being honest. That means that you've been dishonest up until now. That's not a good thing right there. They're saying, finally, you're being honest. That means up until this point, you have been dishonest. That is not a good thing. They're not patting you on the back. They're snitching on you.
Eventually, man, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. People are watching. People are listening to this shit at work. And the more and lately, CM, I've been listening to after a show. I've started to listen to the show. I was like, this is awful. And it's not awful because of me. It's awful because of the dreadfulness of people's mics not working, the dreadfulness of people cutting in when they shouldn't even be talking.
Yeah, he keeps repeating that he's funny. That's like a comedian laughing at his own jokes on stage, but the crowd not laughing. Yeah, that's like me. I'm genuinely funny, but I don't try to be funny. That's the thing about me. We be crying, laughing on my streams, and I don't even be trying to do it. That's a truly funny person. When we laugh when we don't even intend to be funny. We're not even trying. And there are streams where we just sitting on there crying, laughing. The shit is hilarious. And nobody's actually trying to be funny. If this dude would lighten up a little bit, just treat it like what it is, he might have a little bit more fun. Seems like to me he's not having fun.
And the depression. If you are a man and depressed, you are a fucking loser. I don't give a ass at this point. You're a loser. You are a loser. If you are a man depressed, oh, I'm sad. My life. Fuck your life. You live in the greatest time in human fucking history. You live in the greatest time in human fucking history. You live in the creature comfort of Western civilization. Motherfuck your emotions, man. Motherfuck your emotions. Get the fucking likes up, guys. Get the goddamn likes up. Corey, what's up, buddy? Says, I could go to meetings and listen to your show in the background. Entertaining and funny to me. John Dunny, salute. I study what is wrong with the world, and this is a great place to witness the shock and awe. Thank you so much, John. Now, here goes the thing. John, I rock with John. John sends over super chats, and I appreciate that.
Thank you for proving my point. You rock with him because he super chats. You don't rock with him because of what he's saying. He sends super chats, so you rock with him. Yeah, we're seeing that. Thank you for acknowledging what I said at the beginning of the stream. We all know that's the reason why you rock with him.
But John is very flat. He knows it. That's why John doesn't call. John, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why you rarely ever call in, because even you know it. And that's what I
hit the cash, yeah. Hit the cash, yeah. Nah, I mean,
respect about John.
Like, look, this channel right here ain't even monetized. You don't see me spamming my Cash App in the chat. But you want to know what these black YouTube channels do when they're not monetized? They have their Cash App up on the screen and they spam it in the chat. And they do that until they get monetized. And then after they get monetized, they still keep doing it. I don't spam my shit. This is an unmonetized channel. I'm not getting anything for this except views. That's called YouTube, boys and girls.
John is bored. He's flat. But John has wisdom and he does it in the chat. How that kind of rhyme? That's why I respect John. He knows it. He knows he's
You respect him because he give you money. End of story. Next.
not able to keep up with the dumb shit. He's just
And Chaotic Truth is just like Tommy Sotomayor. So he'll run across this stream and he'll react to it. Because he's just like Tommy. He can't stand when people criticize him. So it may not happen immediately, but trust me, he'll run across this stream or somebody will tell him about it and he will 100% react to it. And honestly, that'll be a good thing because it'll make your content better. You'll finally be doing something that's different.
stays in the chat.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna interrupt this for a second. So I saw Master Kim's message, hey, you're gonna drop the link. So one of the things, since I've bought so much hardware, you know, I'm a software guy. Yeah, I'm a software guy. And we're gonna get into a little software later. But I bought so much hardware here, and I've told you about the hardware, the Rode Podcaster, the Rode Duo, the Rode mics, the this and that. What else about? The Rode portable mics, whatever, wireless mics. So I put this link in the chat, and if anyone wants to help me test it, it is it's some hardware. It's a hardware where you can click on the link. I think that's how it works. And you can call. And what's interesting is you'll call directly into my box. This is not like StreamYard. You will call directly to my Rode Podcaster mixer here. And I'll be able to control your volume, all this stuff, whatever. We could even talk behind the scene. But anyway, so if you want to talk by that, before I drop the StreamYard link, this will allow me to test it. This is one of the things I want to test before we go to OBS here. And we got a call. There it is. So we're going to see how this works here. This is Master Kim calling. What's up, Master Kim?
Hey, what's up, John?
That shit
hello,
sound
everyone.
good.
Hey, man,
That shit sounds good. Huh?
Yeah, this is technology. And John, I don't mean to interrupt the stream, but there's a couple
that's
things
fine.
I wanted to go into. And out of all fairness, and these couple comments also are a reflection of you and CT, if it's okay if I, bundle you into one
Go ahead.
comment. So what that gentleman, who I thought was a better version of JP, what they don't understand is the personality, your personality, high IQ with witty humor. You're not a Don Rickles or a Chris Rock, but you're funny, but you have a high IQ. Same with CT, same thing. He doesn't portray himself to be this stand-up comedian, but he has a high IQ. So unfortunately, your humor and his humor, meaning CT, you have to have an IQ of, I'm going to say at least above an 85 to get it. If they're expecting you to just to push some little girl into like the mud and people can, the humor that you have in CT is for like a higher
hold on, Master Kim. We about to test something else. We got Big Dog Sports calling in, so we can see if we can take two people at the same time. So hold on for a second. Hold on. Hello? You got Big Dog? Hello? I may have messed it all up here. Hello?
Hey,
okay. At least we got Master Kim. Yeah, Master Kim, you there?
Yeah,
go ahead.
When he calls in again, I'll drop off to get him on, and then I'll call back to see if you can add me.
Incoming connect. Please select the channel. Okay, I need to select a channel for him, so I'm gonna select channel 3. Shit, I got to figure this part out. Hey, Big Dog. I'll drop the StreamYard link for you guys since we're deep in the testing.
No, John, let's get this ironed out.
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm
got
saying.
it. You spent a lot of money on this. We're in no rush.
Yeah. So the box part, I think I have this all figured out. So that part I have all figured out. It's the multiple people. So what I think I'll have to do is add an additional. So when I drop StreamYard, Rode has a plan. I'll show this to you. I think you guys are gonna like this better here. The audio is better than everything, right? Is the audio better?
Oh yeah, the audio is perfect. It's like we're on a call.
Yeah, like you know what you're doing. You're actually talking through my road box. You're on my machine, right? Like you're not on StreamYard going across the browser. And for those of you that don't understand technology, it may be like, but basically, you're coming in through my box here. Like you're on a channel right here on my box. So I could turn you up, I could turn you down, I could do whatever I wanted to do with you on my box, as opposed to on StreamYard where it's software. So, typically I'm a software guy, so I'm like all about software. But streaming is a lot of hardware, the video, the mics, the mixers, stuff like that. And so the capabilities from the hardware standpoint outshine the software standpoint when it comes to stuff like calling in. That's why radio was mostly done by call in, right? They can control everything once you call in.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I spent so much money on this stuff. I probably spent thousands of dollars on this stuff. And so it only makes sense that I take advantage of the technology that's embedded in the boxes there. And software actually makes it work, but it's the hardware that allows it to actually be capable. So, hey, Mexican, what do you think about this review? I guess you could say it's a review of CT. I think you can kind of say it's all of Black Boy at this point. But what do you think about that?
There's a statement that Jamie Dimon once said that, not all people are equal and you need to treat people that are more important than you differently. And I think that stands true. For this guy to berate a very successful YouTuber, and I mean, I guess hence The Godfather and Don Corleone, people that betrayed him. There's no sense of loyalty or at least if he doesn't care for CT, what benefit is this going to do for this guy's family in his future to berate CT? It just doesn't make any sense. He needs to keep his mouth quiet and go about his business. And not that no one can have freedom of speech, but I just don't understand it. So, for example, he had said some very besmirching things about that small hat guy that's on CT's channel. I forgot his Gimpy. Yeah.
Right.
You and I both know that group of people are very powerful people. I mean, you might need a real estate lawyer, but if you go around dissing and besmirching every small hat, good luck. I guess this is what I think, John. Having a normal IQ, and I don't know what that is, it gives you a crystal ball in your hand that you can look into the future, right? You may not be able to predict the future, but you're smart enough to know, hey, why would I dog CT out? This is going to hurting CTs like hurting myself. And I heard that from Pimp in America, one of them hoes talking shit about the pimp. And he said, that bitch hurt me, he's hurting herself. So I stole that line. At least I'm giving credit where I stole that line. I should just take one of John Galt's lines and just use it and don't give you credit. But it's all all nuance.
I think in fairness to the guy, and Big Dog, you feel free to chime in.
What up, Big Dog?
I think that people need to be pushed. You understand? And I'm gonna say some things that I probably shouldn't say, but fuck it, I'll say it anyway. I asked CT the other day, I'm like, yo, you got a mixer? Because I wanted to tell him about this road call me function that you're calling in on. Right? That you're on right now. Master Kim. And so CT saying, no, I don't have a mixer. And so I couldn't tell him about the feature because it wouldn't make sense. And so this is my attempt to, give him some guidance on to improve his show. Fair enough, right? Right? Would you say that's fair, BD?
Absolutely.
Right. And so he didn't have a mixer. Now, again, these mixers are expensive, right? This mixer is $500. And I got another one when I go on the street interviews. That was $400. And then I got mics and cameras and shit, right? And that guy is never going to criticize. And I use OBS. That guy is never going to criticize me the way he criticized CT. Can't do it. My camera, I don't even know much about cameras and shit like that. But what he's saying about CT, he can't say about me as it relates to the technology aspect, the StreamYard aspect. And I mentioned StreamYard last stream. And I think that these streamers that have been doing it for a while need to push the envelope. What did DJ Wish Doctor say when it came to streaming? It's easy to just go live. They've settled into a comfort zone of doing what's easy. There's no success there. In the easy zone, there's no success. Would you say that's fair, Master Kim?
Yeah, that's correct. Now, keep in mind, John, he would then move the goalpost and talk about you wearing like some raggedy camo hat or the clock on your wall isn't correct and that the lighting. So I think that from the technical aspect, that's just one. He would move the goalposts.
And what are you talking about? This guy? I don't think so. Listen, let me. I was going to do this stream. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, sometimes you don't do stuff. John F. Kennedy once said, sometimes you don't do stuff because it's easy. You do it because it's hard.
Right. You know, you
and it's
got to
more
push the envelope.
gratifying.
I mean, you got to push the envelope because if everyone is doing StreamYard, then how can you differentiate yourself?
Well, I guess people do the StreamYard because one is free. And who
No,
don't
it's not
like
free.
free, right?
StreamYard is not free for most people. Most people probably paying something.
I mean, you can get it for free, I should say. You can actually do it for free. You don't get all the features that you would get with the advanced StreamYard, of course not. But you can get it for free. And secondly, it's just more accessible. It's very dumbed down for the average streamer.
It is very dumbed down. If you watched my stream the other day, I was talking about how dumb StreamYard is. Very dumb. Very, very dumb. Universal Jones, and I'm a software developer, so that's why it appears very dumb to me. And so when I see all these people paying for streaming, I'm like, damn, like no one's gonna like take an interest in trying to have a presentation similar to, you know, what you see on a professional platform. And so I want you to listen to this.
Well, it costs money to do that, John. A lot of folks don't have that kind of money like that.
No, it doesn't. Listen, look. I've just shown you my OBS screen. I've done many videos from OBS. That shit is free. And then I want you to listen to this. Listen to this, right?
Do you get the same bang for your buck from the OBS that you would get from the StreamYard?
More bang. You just got to invest a little of your own energy into it. I want you to listen to this.
This is available for Mac and PC as well. So it's really nice. It's got that little auto installer there if you'd like to use that. Boom. But I've already got it installed, so I'm sure you guys can get through to that part. Now, once you've got it installed, what can this tool do? Well, first of all, just to give you some ideas, we can trigger scenes. We can monitor a video source.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that word? Did you hear that word?
Yeah.
Did you? What was the word you heard?
Monetize?
Nope. Listen again.
To give you some ideas, we can trigger scenes.
Oop. Did you hear that?
Trigger.
Listen.
We can monitor a video source and trigger an action.
Trigger. You heard it again. Keep going.
To a predetermined video file. We can monitor audio sources and trigger.
What? He can do what? He can do what? Trigger.
Yeah. It's interesting.
How does a falling dominoes is related to a trigger? Let's act off a trigger. And let me explain each and every.
Man, this is what I did for a living. You hear that? You see that? Do you see that on the stream? Well, this is an Indian talking. Maybe we should get a better guy and someone like this who could better explain it.
Hey, John, just real quick before you play your video.
Yeah.
I had came up here for a specific reason. I just wanted to holler at you, just me and you. When I came back from Iraq in 2008, I developed epilepsy. And the epilepsy is what got me to start smoking Mary Jane. And ever since I started smoking the Mary Jane, I haven't had a seizure in 4 years, right?
Yeah.
So
Man, I had a seizure the other night.
So I just wanted to tell you, you know, I sympathize with your situation that just happened to you, because I've been there, done that. I've had that happen to me while I was driving on the highway. You
I can't
understand what I'm
drive
saying?
anymore. Yeah, I can't even drive anymore.
So now I can't either. I can't get a license because of my condition. But I was just coming up here to tell you, if you're gonna do the Mary Jane for it, right? You got to have sativias. You can't do indigos.
Now I'm taking the medicine, man. You know, man. That shit was so embarrassing to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, I shouldn't say embarrassing, but
it happens. It's life. It's not
you know,
embarrassing.
I'm in the bed with my
live
lady
with it every day, so I know.
Listen, I'm in the bed with my lady, and I don't even remember it. Like, but you know, all I remember showing up at the hospital, I'm damn near naked, and apparently they came twice for me. So you know, make of that what you will. So the first time they brought me back, they took me to the hospital, brought me back. Then I guess they decided to keep me because I kept having seizures and I fell out of the bed and bloodied my nose.
Right.
That's when they said, you know, we got to keep him and stuff like that. So,
no, I was just saying, if that's the route you want to go, because that's the route I go. I used to do Paxil for my epilepsy, right?
They got me on Keppra or some shit.
Yeah, but the Paxil, it slowed it down, but it didn't completely stop it. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to completely stop it so I could work and, you know, be normal. You understand what I'm saying? So I learned about the sativia strands of the Mary Jane or whatever. And ever since I started smoking just sativa, I haven't had a seizure in 4 years. So I just thought I would share that with you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe it will help you out like it helped me out. Because when I got back from my Iraq, I was fucked up, bro. That shaking shit every 3 to 4 months, you know, you don't even know when that shit gonna happen. It just happens. It can happen in your sleep. Like I said, it happened to me. I'm on the highway driving. I just all of a sudden just start shaking. You know what I'm saying?
That shit had me in such deep sleep. The shit they had me in, I'd be in such deep sleep. I actually don't like it. I really have nightmares than being such a comatose like sleep, to be honest with you. But that's just me. But let me share this with you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your thing. I just wanted to share that.
No, you didn't interrupt, man. You know, this is a free-flowing show. So again, you heard the guy talk about triggers in the auto scene switching, and I could show you the auto scene switching here if I wanted to. I've already set it up. You've seen me in OBS. I've already installed so many plugins that you've seen that you probably didn't even notice. One of the plugins that I've used for a long time now is this one right here. You probably didn't even notice, but it's the Move plugin, and you'll see a video of that, the Move plugin.
If you're brand new to OBS, your transition and those keys can be upgraded to Windows 11 completely for free. Animated transitions where your camera shrinks and grows.
Yeah, and that's the Move transitions. I've been using those for a while now, but it is a software plugin to OBS that you can use like this right here.
Is there a terabyte threshold for this program?
I haven't reached it, so it's definitely not a gigabyte threshold. But you can also do things like this right here. Look, you're not gonna be able to see it very well, I don't think. But this is OBS. This is OBS right here, and so on the I don't think you can see it, but
I can see it.
I don't think you can see it very well. On the right-hand side, the left-hand side are the scenes and stuff like that. So one of the things, so if I switch scenes, it'll automatically switch it for me. Like if I bring up the browser, it'll automatically switch it for me, and that's the automatic scene switcher that allows you to basically graphically write if-then statements, which are triggers, which are basically executed as triggers on the back end. So that's very interesting to me. And so that's why I think for many people, OBS is very difficult for them. Because when they hear trigger, they don't see it the same way I see it. When I hear the word trigger from a software standpoint, this is what I think. Right? This is what I think right here. Create a trigger. What's the name of the trigger? And what should the trigger do? And when should the trigger fire? Triggers fire. You fire a trigger, right? You shoot a trigger with a gun, right? You fire it. And so that's how your mindset works. And so if you're not a software developer and you're working with OBS plugins, and if you look back at this stream that I did, there were people in the chat like Hood Server saying, man, I tried OBS and I just couldn't understand it. Because the language is software language. Triggers. Trigger is a database operation that fires upon.
Do the triggers affect the algorithm in any way?
No, see, there's the things like the algorithms are far downstream from operations, right? You understand? Like the algorithm operates on the content that exists. The triggers allow the content to get populated into the database. Does that make sense? See, this is database level, right? Again, this is database level, right? This is my life here. This is database level. This is operating at the database level. You understand? Right? What most of these StreamYard people, what the guy who was criticizing CT was talking about, they're all operating at the software level. And at the software level, the farther out at the software level, they're like, just like, think about it like rings of a tree. The farther out on the ring of a tree, there's less control over how things look and feel. Does that make sense? Let me show you an example.
It does make sense.
Okay, let me show you something.
Are you going OBS on full time and ditching the StreamYard?
Yeah, because I got Master Kim right here on the phone. What was the guy criticizing CT? He was saying, CT, you got all these people in there, all the blacks are using StreamYard. That's what he said, right? That's what he said. Like, this is OBS. This is OBS. Look, this is OBS. And again, this is below. Look at the OBS. You see my clock at the bottom, right? You see the clock at the bottom? You see this? Oh, you see it? Yeah. You can't do that in StreamYard, right? You can't do that in StreamYard. Like, look at some of the transitions. Did that on his way out to do it, but watch the transitions. You can't do this on StreamYard.
So basically, you're saying the OBS production quality is better, superior.
Yeah. You saw that transition? Did you see that transition? Look.
I did.
You saw it? Look, here it comes again. Watch the transition. Watch the transition. You can't do that on StreamYard. You can't do that. You saw that transition right there. That's what the guy is criticizing CT and, not CT in total, but all the other people that they haven't leveled their game up. He said these people have been around on YouTube since Lapeef, and they're still using StreamYard. I'm here using OBS. Why haven't they leveled their game up and go hold streams with OBS? Master Kim just called in through my audio mixer. There are many other ways you can get around.
Yeah, I was trying to do that too, but it wouldn't let me.
You call in right now. I got to figure it out. Like, I may not have the plan where I can have multiple channels. See, what happens is you're calling in on this right here. Look, you're calling in on this, right?
Right.
And so Master Kim, let's say, was on this channel right here, right? And so I need to be able to assign multiple channels to people that call in. right? See,
Okay,
these are
that explains why I couldn't get
right,
through because he was already
right,
on the channel.
right. He's already on a channel. See, these are channels. Right? You see this 1, 2, 3, and the rest of them are like virtual channels. But see, I have a big box. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is this 6? Is this 6? I have 6 real channels, and then I have virtual channels. So I just need to set it all up, right? But Master Kim was on a real channel, right? And I needed to be able to put you on another channel. The channel are these bars, right? You see this? 1 bar, 2 bar, the green bars. These are channels, right? And so this is from a hardware perspective, as opposed to StreamYard, which is a software perspective. Does that make sense? Like software, like I'm a software guy. When I worked in software, I didn't care about the hardware. I assumed it would work. But the hardware, you know, that's a different thing in that it can determine what you can and cannot do. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Right. And
Well,
so it's a different
I'll be
world.
perfectly honest with you, John. Software isn't my strong suit. So it's something I will have to like go and research and all that stuff. But the OBS stuff, it sounds really interesting. And anything that can improve your production quality is a plus.
You know, and so in getting into the triggers, I want to show you something. Look. This is all software, bro. This is why I think a lot of the blacks are stuck in StreamYard. Because OBS is strictly software. It allows you to graphically write software. Look at this. Look at this shit. Creating triggers. Use create trigger to define. This is what goes on behind the scenes in OBS when you're creating triggers graphically. And I'll show you. OBS triggers.
Well, I guess my question for that would be, does the triggering help bring in more viewers?
Well, the triggering, like, let me give you an example of what I mean, right? Of the beauty of triggers. Let's say I start a stream and I say, okay, you know, you see the starting soon scene, right? I could set that for 5 minutes and I could have music playing in the background. I could have animation coming in at 2 minutes. I could have whatever. It's to your mind, wherever your mind takes you. And then in 5 minutes or 7 minutes or whatever, it could trigger another scene that will show the camera that you're seeing here. So that would give me time to do whatever I need to do, set the channel up, blah, blah, blah. And then in 5 minutes, boom, it automatically triggers to me being shown right here. Does that make sense? If I were to pull up Chrome, it will automatically switch the scene to show my Chrome browser if I wanted to do that. And those are happening by if-then statements. You know what an if-then statement is?
No.
All right, I'll explain to you. You should know it. I'll explain to you. This may be it right here. Yeah, let's see. This guy may talk about it.
And does it matter what browser you use your OBS on?
Nah,
such as if
because see, OBS is running your computer. It's not on your browser.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's the big difference. See, browser, if you run something on your browser, that's software. If you run something on your computer, then that's hardware. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now I want you to listen.
Based on region. It even in hours to go over everything. Switch. Maybe they can't be there for some reason. We'll go to a full screen of our webcam, and the whole application needs to be started, or else nothing.
Look,
This countdown timer, which is available in our online course, do a full. So many awesome options.
Look, oh, there it is, right there. Look, here it is.
Again, just make sure it's off, or you may be surprised. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? if you don't need it. So just hit start if you definitely need to use some of this stuff. So many awesome of functionality.
Oh shit, I missed it. There it is, right there.
Options in.
Look, damn. Here it is, right here.
Surprised. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? If you don't need it. So just hit start if you definitely need to use some of this stuff.
You see this right here? I'll zoom in. You see where it says, damn, am I not sharing the screen?
No, you're not sharing the screen. You gotta put it back.
My bad. Oh, damn. All right, here it is right here. Damn, thought I had it up. Okay. Shit. Where did I have it?
And this is good information, Mr. Gold. I appreciate it.
Oh man, hey yo, this if you ever want to, you should definitely look into OBS. Where the fuck did I put it? Here it is. The fuck?
Yeah, anytime I could go to a stream and learn something,
Right.
I appreciate it.
Damn, what did I put? I must have lost it somewhere. Let's see.
Because learning is fundamental. Because don't none of us know everything.
Damn, I must have lost it. Shit. Let me pull it up again. All right. All right, I think this is it. All right. Yeah, this is it.
Back to the OBS
It's like right here.
sequences or setup that you have will be active. So you can see what we did here. We're going to test this in a second. We set up when scene 4, which is a countdown timer, is active, switch to full screen webcam after 5 seconds. Now this countdown timer, which is available in our online course, there we go, is a 10-minute countdown timer. So generally I would do 10 minutes, but for the purpose of rule, switch, but just hit start if you definitely need to use some of the stuff.
There it is right there. So basically what he's showing you is, see if I can zoom in. I may not be able to zoom in. Anyway, so the automatic scene switcher allows you to write your own if-then statements. If-then statements are like fundamental to software. If this, then that. If you enter your username and password in correctly, then take you to your account, right? You've experienced this all before, right? And so what you're seeing here is, and you may not be able to see it, this is most important. If scene name, blah, 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 this is your if-then statement right here.
So it's tantamount to pretty much writing your own cause and effect, right? If I do this, then
it's tantamount to writing your own if-then statement, right? And I'll show you an if-then statement. I'll show you an if-then statement. You see this, it's in everything, but we'll look at one in C#. These statements are in every programming language. SQL, which is database level. And you see this if statements are used to execute a block of code only if a specified Boolean, and you heard the guy mention some Booleans you may not know. A Boolean is, you know what a Boolean is, by the way? You know what a Boolean is?
No, I do not. I told you the software thing ain't my strong suit.
Well, this is language basically, but Boolean is, I could tell you, but I'm gonna let you read the definition. So this is like what it's like working in a software world, right? And here's the definition of Boolean. You see it? I'll zoom in.
Boolean, okay. Denoting a system of algebraic notation used to represent logical propositions, especially in computing and electronics.
All right,
or
so
a binary variable having two possible values called true and false.
True and false. That's the most important piece of it right there. And so basically, if this is true, then that.
It sounds like the logic you use in algebra for 9th and 10th grade math.
Okay, well, maybe it is. And so I'll show you an if-then statement in SQL. I'll show you one in SQL. That's probably the easiest to understand.
No, I understand it now. Now
I
that
mean,
I read the definition.
for the audience, here it is. Here's the if-then statement in SQL used for controlling the execution flow in scripts, stored procedures, or what? You remember that word? There's that word again. What's that word?
Or triggers. Yeah.
Triggers. Precisely. This is a software word, right? And so you'll see this is the structure of an if-then statement. If condition is true, begin doing this. Statements to run if true. Else, begin statements to run if false. If you entered your username in correctly, execute this, right? If you entered your username in improperly, execute this, correct?
Yes.
Right? That makes sense.
Yes.
So this doesn't matter. This is kind of the structure. If you're in the front end, the back end, the database, the middle tier, these are the structure of the statements here. If this, then that, right? So that's kind of how that works here. Anyway, before I get back to this CT show review, what did you think of this CT review so far?
Well, I feel like this. Any publicity is good publicity. If you got folks talking about you, that means you're doing something right. Good, bad, or indifferent. If they're talking about you, you're doing something right.
You know, I think it's a little different. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think what I would see it is if someone is criticizing you, they probably are touching on some things that you could improve upon. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. But if
right.
someone is criticizing you, that also means that they're listening to your content as well.
That mean they're listening. That mean they care enough to give you some advice. If I saw somebody about to jump off a bridge, either I try to stop them or I say, hey, man, go ahead and jump. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
And in this guy's case, he says, hey, I'm watching CT show and here's some advice. Stop using StreamYard. Stop having these dumbass people up on your panel. This is his thoughts. Right? So this is what I'm asking you about. What do you think about that? What's up, Uda?
Well, I think it's just his opinion. You know, CT show is based on satire. And if he didn't have the antagonists, or has he put these stupid people on his show wouldn't be like how it is.
Yeah, I'm currently using StreamYard. As I said, I'm rolling off of StreamYard. Almost all of my videos, if you watch my videos, they're all done by OBS. I was just explaining the auto scene switcher in OBS to my audience.
This has been really informative, Mr. Gold. I appreciate the information. I gotta run now. I gotta get ready for my own show in a little while.
And the other thing,
thank you for having me up.
Same here, man. And the other thing I was explaining to Medium E is that anyone can call in. Here's the link. Where's the link? Someone dropped the link. It should be pinned in the chat. I'll copy it. And so if you were to call into this channel right now, other than StreamYard, we had Master Kim online earlier. You can call in by way of my Rode Podcaster box. No phone number, no StreamYard link. Just log directly. You call directly in. And the interesting thing about that relative to say about StreamYard is that I can control your volume. Better yet, we could talk behind the scene where no one else could hear us. And then we could let people hear us if we so wanted them to hear us. And if you want to let me put that link in the chat. Where's that link? Anyone else want to call in through the box here as we're moving away from StreamYard? Where's that link here? Oh, here it is. Oh, it's pinned. So you can it's pinned. So anyone can call in. You call in, I'll see you call in. Anyway, so back to the critique. I guess you could call it a critique of CT's channel. This is a guy speaking here. You heard Mexican. It was very clear. And I didn't even take advantage of, like, I should show it to you. You've seen my bots before. If you look at me on my stream, my live streams out on the street interviews, you've seen my setup. That's my portable setup. This is my home studio setup. So it's a little bit bigger than it is for the portable setup. So I have a Rodecaster. I showed you. This is what we have. This is what we're running here. This is what we're running here. Right here. This is, and out on the street, we have the Duo. So if you want to call into the show, if you click the link, you're going to call in through my box, not through the software. So it'll be a hardware call, not a software call. So I can control your audio from my box, which is hardware, not software. So when you hear people calling in on StreamYard, there's issue with the calls, stuff like that, and hey, log off, I can just adjust it right here on the box. And that is what this guy is more or less saying when he's criticizing the black streamers for still using StreamYard and stuff like that.
A lot of you guys should stay in the chat, man, at this point. A lot of you should stay.
Wait a minute. How the hell was his face over there and then glitched to over there? Man, you need to fix your bullshit ass camera and your bullshit ass broadcaster. His face was over on the blue part and it just glitched over to the orange part. You need to fix your old bullshit ass.
As I said, look, you don't need my phone number. You click on the link and the link will patch you into my Rode mixer. You don't need my phone number. I don't need your phone number. It'll be just like StreamYard, but with clearer audio. That's the benefit of spending all this money on the hardware here. And I'm not a hardware guy. I just went through software here. I'm a software guy. But there is a point where, particularly in streaming, where hardware has its advantages.
Ass camera, man. He's sitting there trashing other people for their presentation, but his head keeps jumping back and forth across the screen because he got a shitty connection and a shitty camera.
In the chat, a lot of you shouldn't call into the show. Skywalker, what's up, buddy? Salute to you. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Skywalker, you know what I'm talking about, man. A lot of these people are born.
There it is again. It just happened again. They need to fix that bullshit.
Skywalker, why you be letting JP on the panel? Because JP's a funny motherfucker. JP has content. JP has juice. That's a 1990s word. That means he's popular. That's why I let JP on the panel. And that's another motherfucking thing. Man, you motherfuckers need to stop.
Yeah, I got to stop right there. I like JP. I don't have a problem with JP, honestly. But I listened to a lady, the voice of Venus, and she was criticizing JP real heavy. And one of the things the voice of Venus said that I did not know, and I like vaguely connected the dots was JP paralyzed somebody when he crashed into that wreck. I didn't know that. But I've heard him kind of obfuscate and make light of his actions. I do remember him saying one person will never ever be able to race again. Now, I ride bikes, right? And I ride bikes. Shit, I got look, my fucking bike right there. The Gazelle. It's a Bosch motor, baby. Netherlands made. And when I heard that someone was paralyzed from that wreck, that shit did something to me. Honestly, I can't lie about that. So anyway, you using a guy who paralyzed people Particularly white people. I think it puts a ceiling on, how far you can go. That's my thoughts about that. Anyway, back to the show.
I'm gonna call it out. Bob is the only person that can really tweak the show to how he wants it. Because me and Bob know each other on the back end. Bob has done things for the channel that a lot of you don't even know.
I know about this Bob dude. I encountered this motherfucker.
No, you can still call in. Anyone want to call in? You call right in through the box. If you're having a problem with it, let me know. But yeah, you can call in right through the box. The call in, the road, call me. Get crack. Put it in the chat again.
When I went on his panel, this Bob dude has given him a shit ton of money. This dude has paid Truth a lot of money. Basically, he has immunity on the channel. I was on a panel with this Bob dude that came on. It's a black dude. This dude has immunity. He can say and do whatever he want on Truth Channel because he done paid up. He done paid in advance.
I can understand if Bob, hey man, why don't you do this? Oh, okay. But you motherfuckers, you need to stop emailing me and talking to me in the chat, telling me how the fuck to run the show. You are not funnier than JP. You are not talented. You are not wittier.
This dude don't understand. Funny is objective and subjective. Like, what you consider funny, I might not find funny. I like dark humor. I laugh at somebody getting hit by a bus. There are a bunch of people that wouldn't laugh at that. But to me, it's funny. That don't mean it's funny to everybody else. Him sitting up here telling us that he's funny and his other guy's funny. I'm sorry, dude, but that's subjective. That's your identification of funny. That's what you think is funny. But the people in the chat watching, the ones that's giving you donations, they don't think it's funny. And they the ones that matter because they the ones that give you your views. If the people watching don't like it, but you riding with the people on your panel, no wonder your channel ain't growing.
You don't have the life's
What's up,
experience.
Crack? What's up, Crack? You testing out my road? Call me in. It's Crack. Crack, you there? I know I hear something. Maybe not. Crack, let me know if you're there.
Like JP. That's why JP goes everywhere and he dominates.
No, I hear Crack.
Well, you let the Thorpes up.
And do y'all hear his mic, the way it keeps jumping? Because he gets close to it, then he gets back away from it, then he gets close to it again. This dude has no stage presence whatsoever. He needs to get a different type of mic if he's going to do that. Because his mic is really shitty. He's got one of these old style fucking mics so he can try to look like one of the old Walter Cronkite reporters from back in the days. But it really sounds really bad. And that's just an observation.
Yeah, let the Thorpes up. Because the Thorpes have great cameras. They're well groomed. That little incestuous shit, it's just a fucking storyline for me, as far as I know. It's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Wow, his camera froze big time right there. Wow.
Get the goddamn lights up. What's up, Tarusa? Look, I call in to embarrass myself, everyone around me. Thank you so much, Tarusa. Lil says, CT, you need better regulars. Gimpy might, people don't like. Gimpy is phenomenal.
No, he's not. That Gimpy dude is.
I don't think he's jealous of CT. Oh, we got Crack. Yo, Crack. I hear you, Crack. What's up? Maybe this road call me and is what we thought it was. I can hear you in the background, Crack. Say something. Yeah, I know. Let me know when you let's see. Crack, I hear you in the background though. I do hear you in the background, Crack. Yeah, Crack. Yeah, somebody else calling. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I don't know. We disconnected, press. Anyone else want to call in? Same code. Let's see, he's jealous. I don't think he's jealous of CT. I think it's a critique of CT. Maybe it's a little bit harsher than it should be. Someone says I think Bob ruined CT's channel. Yeah, I don't know. I will say this. Bob was a spinoff of CT's channel. I think most people would agree with that. Where's Bob's channel? So whatever shine CT had, it couldn't he couldn't replicate it on Bob's channel. And I think you see the same thing with Anton Daniels. Oh, what's up, Crack? Yo, Crack. I don't know why.
All right, what's up?
Oh, now we hear you.
So,
yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Because, I'm using because I have all these ad blockers and whatever and random script blockers. So I have to test and see what I have to unblock.
Yeah.
So it looks like I have to unblock a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can hear you there. All right, that works like this. Can you patch in what you're watching to my head?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like if I play something?
You're playing something?
Yeah. Because remember,
okay. So how? So
now you're a hardware guy. You should know this.
So this is
you're a hardware guy.
No. This is the problem. This is the problem. No. This is the problem. People don't understand. Like, why did we use the phone number? People have to understand. The reason we used the phone number before is because you didn't have to use an app. You didn't have to use the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the main reason we had a phone number line. So people don't get it. Now you can do this way, but this way I can't see nothing though.
Well,
StreamYard, I only see like my audio.
Now, if I were on OBS, I would just patch you in using Video Ninja, right? But I'm on StreamYard right now.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, but if I want OBS, I just patch you in. And we've done that before.
Well, if you use Video Ninja, you don't need the road thing. You can just have the link to Video Ninja because Video Ninja gives you the thing.
Right. But
so we don't need to do it this way. So this way is a web phone base. So if people don't want to do the phone number, they're afraid. Just like the guy in chat, he's like, I'm afraid of giving you my phone number.
Right.
Okay, we'll give you another alternative.
Right.
Yeah.
Without stream, but aside from the difference between this and StreamYard is, I can cut you up and down from the box, right? From my roadcaster, from the hardware, not the software. See, on StreamYard, I'd have to cut you down by going into the settings on StreamYard, right? That's software. That's on the web. That's on the front end. But with this, you're patched in through my box. You're a channel on my roadcaster.
So the other way you had the phone connector. I had to go through your phone. The phone goes to your box. Right, that was how we did it before.
That was through Bluetooth. That was through Bluetooth. If you call me through Bluetooth, like if I make a call right now, I could call someone on Bluetooth right now. They would be on another channel, right? That would be another channel.
What's connected to the Bluetooth? It was just a phone, right? It was just
the phone is on Bluetooth.
Was that it?
Right. The phone is on Bluetooth. So the phone is on channel 4. You're on channel like 6. Right? Does that make sense? Now, here's the beauty of this all. When we go to the roadcaster, right? When we go to OBS, I'll get a recording of each channel. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Good. That's very cool. Right? And then look, so
because you have audio, you have audio select and you have tracks and you can just rip out and remix like dynamically. Yeah.
And then I have a guy that's selling me one of these. I just had so many expenses. Lately, I haven't had a chance to buy it, man. But so here's what I'm buying right now, right? So it's the Rode Videocaster, right? So you see this right here. So what this does, I'm not buying this exact one, but this is basically the box that will allow me to, when I do street interviews and I have 2 mics, the cameras will switch based upon who's talking. And it will be different tracks, different files recorded based upon who's talking. So when I say in stream, I'll get a track for mic 2, a track for mic 1, a track for any video that I played on the. That's pretty fucking slick right there. It's pretty slick.
Right. You get the raw files for each mic separately
each
before
channel,
the mix.
Each channel, right? And then you get the video, and the camera is switching as the mic is getting audio. That's even slicker right there. That's very slick.
Man, that helps editing a lot, dude.
Like a motherfucker.
Holy shit.
Like a motherfucker right there.
Dang.
And this, like,
I should probably learn some editing, man. I think it's useful.
This is what, like, at the core of what you're seeing here. Like, bro, like, look at Crack. Now, you're a hardware guy, so you know what I'm talking about here, right? I got 2 roll boxes. I'm about to buy this. I got maybe 4 mics, 3 or 4 cameras. That's thousands of dollars in equipment. Would you say it's right?
Yeah.
For me to be on StreamYard, I'm not able to take advantage of the multiple cameras, the video, the roles switching. You can't do that on StreamYard, right? You can't do it.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy is saying when he's criticizing the streamers for using StreamYard, right? Because it's so simplistic. I was talking in the last stream, and I was looking for the word, and Richard put it in the chat. StreamYard is nothing more than a wrapper around YouTube for low IQ people.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It really does.
I developed software like that for years, bro. It's nothing but a fucking software for a wrapper for stupid people. That's all it is. And they give you as many capabilities as they think you can handle and able to pay.
In a way, smart is a wrapper for the internet.
Huh?
Smartphone is a wrapper because before the smartphone, how many people were on the internet, man? It was just me and some nerds, right?
Right.
Only the nerds knew really how to use the internet. Most people were just like, oh, your grandma would come to your house and go on Yahoo, fly out and leave. They didn't really know what was like in the internet. They just like messed around a little.
But what I'm saying now is like there are rappers, and I'm not for the blacks in the audience. I'm not talking about rappers like Lil Uzi Vert. I'm talking about rappers. You may not know what it is, Crack, because you're a hardware guy.
Rappers, WRAPPER.
You gonna get up here and start rapping like Angry Man.
What kind of rap about? Like fucking, what do you use to wrap your candy with? You use a wrapper or 50 Cent?
Let me see if I can show these guys.
Right.
Let me see if I wonder if I can show people an example of what a rapper is in software. Seriously.
No. We're not gonna. No, don't do this. You're gonna piss people off.
You think so? You think so? Look, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can pull up a quick example. Man, because I've written so many rappers, right? Because it's for stupid people. I mean, not for stupid people. I shouldn't say it like that, but it is for like if you can't figure out how to go live on YouTube, StreamYard is the rapper for you. Is that fair? Correct?
Yeah.
If you can't use OBS, if you're not smart enough to use OBS and create your own scenes and add plugins for the mood transition and your camera and your clock. Like when people see the videos that I create and it's the little clock down at the bottom, that's a plugin. That's a software plugin.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that in StreamYard. You understand that, right? You can't have the move transitions in StreamYard. StreamYard doesn't allow that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Right. That's really right.
Yeah, that's right.
And so in software, a rapper typically refers to a class that encapsulates. Oh shit, Crack! I'm fucking talking to a low IQ audience.
That's why don't bother. It's a waste of time, man.
Craig, do you know what encapsulates means?
Yeah. Encapsulates. Like an enum. You know enum and C?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could use that.
So basically encapsulate is it, how should I say this? It basically wraps around all the functions that are being exposed into, an interface that you can use. It encapsulates an existing API library or complex system, to provide a simplified, that's the word right there, Crack. Is that not the word? Is that not the word, Crack? Is that not the word for StreamYard right there? Simplified.
Yeah, simplify. Yep.
That is simplify. That's StreamYard.
It's because you don't need the full features, right? I just take what was necessary. What you need is panels. You need to have a few transitions that are basic. You need to share video and image. Very simple. And then you block people from using certain browsers, right? Because they're like, oh, well, you can't share from this browser because we can pipe audio for some reason, but we'll let you do it on Chrome, maybe Brave, maybe Edge because it's Chromium based. But yeah, we're not gonna, right?
Yeah.
The applications there from the wrapper.
Look at this. So here's damn, we might confuse people, hopefully not. Here's an interface of a wrap. Damn, this is getting too deep. Let's just focus. Let's just focus on the wrapper, right? Let's just focus, not the interface. Don't even pay attention to this. Just pay attention to this. Here's a file wrapper. It has two methods, write and read. You see it? Write, read. You see that, Crack? Right?
Yeah.
Here's a note manager that implements file wrapper. Well, it's implementing iFile wrapper, but nevertheless. And so it has a write method, right? And that write method is calling this write method because it's wrapping this class by way of this interface, right? See, read-only interface, iFile wrapper, right? iFile wrapper being here. And it's saying iFile system equal iFile system, iFile wrapper, and it's writing text. They could have another method to say read text, which would be here. Read text. And that's what StreamYard does in a nutshell. Would you say that's fair? That's what StreamYard does. Yeah. For every method that YouTube has, nigga, I'll show you. This is what here's the wrapper for the low IQs. And here's the wrapper. Let me show you something. Let's say if I wanted to create a stream, right? Let's say if I wanted to create a stream, right? It said StreamYard said, okay, what channel? I said this channel, and this is the wrapper. This is the wrapper right here. This is what it's going to pass to YouTube. Correct? Am I wrong, Crack? This is what it's going to say. You're going to say, hey, YouTube,
that's right.
We got a low IQ streamer that don't know how to create a stream, and here's the title and description and everything that he's come up with in his low IQ brain. Create a stream for him. That's what StreamYard does for you. Correct?
Yeah. That's the benefit. That's the benefit, right? But you know what the drawback is? You know what the drawback is? I can't set my ads or whatever. They only recently added that. It's like, can I make this stream have ads come through or not? Oh, now they exposed that part of the wrapper before they hit it. And then the other one was like, how do I raid? So I have to wait for some StreamYard programmer to be like, oh, uncheck this box so I can have a raid. On which streamer do I raid? That's not there yet.
Wait a minute, hold on. In reality, YouTube may not have exposed those features yet.
That's true too. Yeah, the API not there. Yeah.
YouTube, because
that's true too.
StreamYard, before we expose those features, give us money. Correct?
Right. And then StreamYard charges us money down the line. Damn.
I am that nickel. I am that software nickel. See,
and then they charge us for that feature. Fuck you, StreamYard.
Crack. Let me ask you this, Crack. You see all these properties that are being exposed by YouTube? These are all properties being exposed by YouTube, correct? These come from YouTube. Right. StreamYard did not make these up, right? Correct? I could go to YouTube and show you. Do you think YouTube could go to StreamYard right now and say, hey, we're gonna privatize our API, let you pay us some money.
That's what happened with Twitter. That's why everyone got mad at Twitter. Elon took over Twitter and he privatized all the APIs. Everybody started screaming, yelling. That's it. Over.
That's correct.
They got free. They got free shit off of Twitter with those APIs. You could grab all the data you want. See how many lonely housewives from India are doing this and that. It was like the API was exposed in Twitter. They were like taking everything.
YouTube could put StreamYard out of business tomorrow morning.
Yep. Just like YouTube can put us out of
YouTube
it's like fuck you, YouTube.
No, YouTube can't put OBS out of business, but YouTube could put StreamYard out of business tomorrow morning by saying we're not going to expose any more of our APIs, and the only way your people can go live is by way of OBS. Correct?
Mm-hmm. That's
correct. And the people that are having trouble with OBS, I mean, with StreamYard, there's no way they'll figure out OBS. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah. Try with multiple people. We tried with Ruby. We tried with other. Yeah, it's hard.
And so without multiple people, then you got to go it alone. How many of these streamers you think could go it alone and do 2 or 3 hours? How many of these streamers got the investment in the boxes where, okay, there's no StreamYard. Can you take phone calls from your hardware? Like you're on the hardware right now. You're not on StreamYard, correct? You're not on StreamYard, right? You're not up here anywhere, right? Correct. Did I lose correct?
No, I'm busy. I found the stream where we were testing Video Ninja.
Yeah.
Here, you take this link. I'll probably email you. This was our test stream. We were testing Video Ninja. Oh, you talk to this guy. I'll get you in touch with this guy. He was testing OBS with Video Ninja. He got very far. So don't need to redo the fucking. If you really serious and get off of StreamYards, we could do this.
Well, the thing is with like, look, bro. There's a package right now that Rode offers, and I'll share it on the screen. Rode offers a package where I could have multiple people on the line, just like you're on the line, right? Now you're not visible, but you're on the line, and the audio is better than StreamYard. I'm in control of the audio, right?
Yeah. And I don't waste bandwidth too, because like I don't need to watch. I can just do audio only instead of using a number. Yeah, that's a great option right here.
That is correct. And so with Rode, call me. I'll see if I can. Again, you're talking through my box. Here's my box. This is the box that I invested in. So you're talking through this. Crack is on the channel right now. And furthermore, here's the bigger benefit of it is if you look at the subscription level, here's light, 10 hours per month. For Rode, call me, unlimited, right? And what's the cost of that? They don't have the cost here. But I can have, I think there's multiple channels. I'm pretty sure there's multiple channels. Unlimited. See, there's unlimited. Yeah. So anyway, this is how I set it up on the on my box here. Let me see, where's the pricing plan? Oh, here's subscription here.
Terry says like Video Ninja is Ninja is black now. Did you not learn from Dead Man's channel last night? We say ninja in the YouTube.
You know the thing with Video Ninja is they have to have a separate component for audio and video. So they have the Electron. I looked into that. They have the Electron for the video. And for the audio, Video Ninja works well. But that's the drawback. Video Ninja. Let's see if I can pull that up. Electron video. Have you ever heard of it? I think it's Electron.
No. I don't know.
Hey, what did you think about CT? The guy criticizing CT.
I don't know. He's just making content, I guess. CT just people.
Say what?
Like he just did that to troll people. You know that, right? CT just did that to troll people.
I thought it was actually good. To be honest with you, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. You know. Again, I'm gonna tell you this. Look, you heard me early on when I started the stream. Like, I got a living outside of this shit, so I can't. Like, there's no need for me to ask for money. But above and beyond that, I got women, and my women, they have a. You've heard my lovely lady Lisa on the stream where she be like, I got to evict this nigga, and she be like, I don't want to hear that shit. Right? Have you heard that crap? Huh?
Yeah.
You heard that? Has anyone heard that? Anyone?
Yeah. I heard it.
What
yeah,
other people in
it.
the audience?
Yeah,
people in the audience heard that. And in my real life crack, like, you know, as I said, I was talking to my lovely lady Lisa. I should call her. Should I call her? I want to hear her opinion about Amanda Seals begging for money. What you think about that? This is the beauty of this shit. See, now this is another channel, crack. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, you're opening up another channel, huh? All right,
Another
there you go.
channel, crack. See, this is the beauty of it.
You open up a socket.
That's how you see it, crack.
Yeah, a socket. That's basically what they are. Yeah. Everything, every connection you make off of your little device, socket.
At the tone, please
Oh, she didn't answer. Damn. That sounds like her not to answer. Let's see. Because I did want to get her response on the Amanda Seals. That was very interesting. Did you hear what I said she said about Amanda Seals?
No. Who's Amanda Seals anyway?
Amanda Seals is a black woman. She was on a couple TV shows.
Oh my God. Here we go.
It's Ray and all that. And so I asked Lisa, I said, Lisa, you heard Amanda Seals begging for money. Did you send her any money? She said, nope. Lisa, I got my own bills. And she said it kind of turned her off to hear Amanda Seals begging for money.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
She won't answer the phone. I know she's gonna answer the phone. But I call her ass three times. She, triple witching hour. Shit. You know what triple witching is, don't you, crack?
Yeah, third month of the third week of the third month. Options expiration. Yeah.
We just talking
quarterly options expiration.
Crack, you know we're talking all over these people's heads and shit.
Doesn't matter. I did about my show, Triple Witching and all this. To learn whatever shit, man.
Your call has been forwarded.
You know, Craig, I want to talk to you a little bit about AI before we get back to CT. Oh, shit. You know, one of the things about AI, you ever worked with a business analyst before?
Nope.
You know what a business analyst is, though, right?
Business analyst. It's not a makeup job. Is it a make work job?
No, this shit ain't make work. This shit ain't make work. Trust me. And I think
I'm here, man. I'm an engineer. I just keep my head down and just make my designs. I don't know nothing about your business.
I think in the AI world, the business analyst is going to be probably the most important position. Honestly, just my thoughts.
You know what they analyze? Like, why you need to like analyze a business for? Like, what is that?
In my software world,
what is that? To give recommendations for investment purposes? Someone analyzes a business and tells Buffett, like, "Yo, this is a good business." Is that what a business does? What
in
is
my software world? I used
consulting.
I used to work at this company called Access Point. I pull it up. I wonder if they're still in business. Access Point. And I used to work with this girl, this lady. She was a business analyst. Access Point. It's the company I used to work with. Oh, they're still in business. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Niggas know I ain't lying. Huh? Access Point. So I used to work for this company, and they had a very good business analyst. And one of the few companies I worked with that had a very good business analyst. And so she would basically transcribe what the customer wanted to me. You get it? Right?
Transcribe.
Or she would tell me what the customer wanted. Right? Does that make sense? Right? Hey.
So the customer doesn't directly tell you? All right.
No. Hell no. Listen, I'm not talking to the customers. I'm a software developer.
I do.
Well, you're a hardware guy, but you're a
I was
hardware
an
guy.
engineer. Yeah, they do. They come to me directly. Yeah, they cuz I don't know layer between me and the customer.
But I'm back
Shit.
in. But I'm back.
It's
in
engineering.
But I'm back there in the cubicle, right? And they say,
I'm back there in the cubicle too.
But they say, hey, we want the banner to look like this right here. We wanted to have a gradient of New York City sky rises. The banner should be whatever the measurement is with a little star and this and that. And the hyperlinks should say this and that. And they should click. When you click on them, they should go this and that. When you even browse over them, you know what they call that? Mouse over. Look, you see this mouse over?
Yeah.
Look, mouse over.
Yeah,
Look, you see shit happens, right? Shit happens, right? And when I browse away from them, shit happens. The mouse goes away. The drop down goes away, right? Here's the drop down. And when I browse away, the drop down, that shit don't happen by happenstance. Correct? That's not by happenstance.
Yeah. I mean, we went over that in about 2-3 streams ago, I think. We were like, what's abstract coding stream? Shenard came up.
And so the business
go to the coding stream, guys.
And so the business analyst is the one that would come to me and say, Mr. John Galt, when they mouse over this, nothing happens other than this little bar. But when they mouse over this, a drop down should occur. But what if I'm in Spanish, crack? Like, let me see if I can see it. I wonder if there's a
in Espanol.
Let's see. Lane,
just change the font, right?
What was it? Lane equal ES. I wonder if they have a Spanish. Let's see.
Oh man, you're just gonna directly put it in the URL. Lane equals ES.
Let's see. You know what? I bet they got. Look, I bet they got something like this. If this site is developed in
HP lane equals ES.
Let's see, lane equal ES. Now you look now to the low IQ, the uninitiated, what I just did was I just changed the query string. Damn, they can't see that. The query string is, you know what a query string is, correct?
Yeah, I know.
So
TTP too.
The query string is basically it would be something like this. I'm going to put it in the chat. Right? So this is the query string. Everything after .com is the query string. Correct? I mean, you could say this is, in this case, this is the ID for the stream. Someone said, what the fuck would I buy views for? Great. Why would I buy views? Any idea why the hell would I buy views?
What's the point anyway? What you get out of it?
What do I'm trying to figure out.
We're not monetized. Why do we care?
Yeah. I don't know. What would I get out of it? But, whatever. That's another thing, Craig. For the people that buy views, I don't know if they do or they don't. But I will address the people that do the chat, they do the shorts thing. Like I heard Anger Man say, I should be a multi-millionaire. You know how many times I've been viral off my shorts? But the shorts are not pertinent to the content that he puts out on a daily basis. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent of if he put out a short, let's just go wild for a minute. Let's say he put out a porno short. And if YouTube allowed that and he went viral for that, would the people that subscribe to him for the porno short tune in to hear his politics? Maybe, maybe not. right? It's so far away from his relevant of his main content that it may not, like correlate or overlap with success in his main endeavors, the lives, right? They may not even watch the main videos. If they subscribe for Tisha Campbell and he has no celebrity content, then those are low quality subscribers. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, someone said it's not matching chat. Man, I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't go live as regularly as most people. I post more videos than live, so I don't know. I don't even, hey, whatever happens, happens. This ain't my livelihood here. Let me get back to the CT. I'll let you respond to this with me, chat. Crack, what do you think about this? Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on now, hold on. My lovely lady Lisa. My lovely lady Lisa. Hey, you on my stream, and I remember something you said about Amanda Seals. We were riding, I was talking to you somewhere, and you said something about Amanda Seals. Can y'all hear my lovely lady Lisa, by the way? Say something, Lisa.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, you can hear it. Everyone else can hear it. Do you
I don't remember what I said.
You said Amanda Seals was begging online. You felt like she was begging.
I felt like she was begging. I didn't.
You said she felt like she was begging.
Yeah.
Did you donate any money to her when she was begging?
No.
Why not?
But I'm sure people did.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm not asking about anybody else. I'm asking about you.
I don't donate money to anyone online.
You
It doesn't even cross my mind to do it.
So this one. But you listen to her on a regular basis, correct?
No, not anymore.
But not anymore. But you used to listen to her on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't
for like 2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks. Okay, but it used to talk about it.
I didn't listen to it. I used to talk about it, yeah, but I didn't listen to it on a regular basis.
And when she went on this begging stream, it did not trigger you to give her any money.
No, you can't go back there. No, but I don't. Like I said, I don't normally donate money anyway.
Why not?
But I probably. I don't
You
know.
got
I
bills.
just
You got
don't.
bills, I guess, right?
Yeah, I got bills.
Do you have any?
I will say this. I probably wouldn't donate to someone who stop, Jonathan, who came off as begging. Like if you just mention it, like, hey, donate, help keep me afloat, something like that, that's one thing. But if you just seem almost desperate and clearly you need the money, and it doesn't take away necessarily from the value of your information, but there's just something about it that kind of turns me off a little bit. Like I don't want it to be that in my face that you're asking for money. No, you're not plugging.
I know you don't watch my channel very often because I'm very, very rough, right? You don't watch my channel very often.
No.
But if you heard me on here begging, how would you feel about it? If I was doing the whole Amanda Seals thing, what would you think?
I'd be embarrassed.
You'd be
For
what?
you.
You'd be what?
Embarrassed for you. Embarrassed for you.
Why?
Because you're begging people for money. Like people will donate if people are interested in you or they like your content. And if they're the type of people that will donate money, then they'll just donate. You don't have to beg people for it. No, we're not going back over there. No, we're done. Hello.
Nah, all right. Yeah, I just wanted you to come in on the Amanda Seals thing because that struck a chord with me because hearing you say that about her, and I've long said that there's no way I could get up and embarrass my lovely lady Lisa by begging for money, and to hear you say that about her was very interesting to me.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to vacuum.
All right, I'll let you
What
go. I'll let you go.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Anyway, that's one of the central things I've been hammering home on, man. Like, I don't know how these men get up here asking for money, or in some cases begging for money, and then hit end stream and then go look at their women. Don't understand that shit. Don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it. And I ain't criticizing anyone that does it. That's not the point I'm making. But what I'm saying is that, like, Craig, what did you do for a living? Craig, what did you do for a living?
What did I do?
Yeah. Tell me what you did. How did you make your money?
Design, verification.
Design what?
Chips. That's it.
Design what?
A chip that they tell me to design.
Potato chips? What kind of chips you talking about?
Nope. Silicon chips. You want me to deep fry them for you?
I want you to deep fry this shit for me. I want you to listen to this, Crack. Listen to this, Crack.
Technically, they kind of are deep fried.
I want you to listen to this, Crack. Crack, I want you to listen to this. Crack, I want you to listen to this.
What?
Listen. Listen. Why do you think he didn't answer that?
I don't know. What? Embarrassment?
What would he be embarrassed by? Listen. What? What do you do? What did you do for a living, Crack?
I told you. Design, test chips. Silicon wafers.
Why do you think this man right here? Wait a minute. Somebody saying no audio. Is it no audio? Can y'all not hear Crack? I think this motherfucker. Is no audio, Crack? Hold on.
I mean, the video you played me, the audio was very low. Probably very low compared to my voice. I don't know if that was the reason.
Someone says this shit. Let's see. Let me make sure you on here, Crack. I don't know. I can hear you, Crack. Audio is fine. Someone said they can hear you. We got a damn troll in the audience. Crack, why do you think this damn black right here? He's a YouTuber. And I'm not picking on him.
He's a YouTuber?
Someone said they can't hear the audio.
Another YouTuber?
Oh, okay. Someone said they can't hear the audio. Let me remove the audio and let me add it back again. But you heard the audio, so here it is again. Let me add it. Here it is. Way to go. I think it'll prove my point. What do you do for a living when your camera's off? Again, you don't have to answer.
Yeah, I want to answer that, man.
You see that? Did y'all hear the video? This was if you didn't hear the Wish video, it was DJ Wish Doctor. I asked him a question. I said, "What do you do for a living?" I said, "You don't have to answer if you feel uncomfortable." He says, "I don't want to answer that question." You can find that video right here. Why do you think he didn't want to answer the question?
It could be any number of reasons. I mean, you said he's a YouTuber. He probably doesn't want to get doxxed then. That's another reason.
But
I thought he was just a random
caller.
caller.
You can't. Hey, if you say, "Hey, can you get doxxed by saying you made potato chips or whatever the fuck kind of chips you made?" Can someone find out who you are by what the potato chips you made?
I've given enough information. Good.
But just
I'm
saying I'm a potato chip maker.
California.
I didn't ask him if he's a PhD. I didn't ask him if he's a PhD. I asked him, but if you just say, "Hey,
but he's a streamer, right? He's a streamer,
I'm
right?
a streamer and I'm a potato chip maker, right? I'm a
But
potato chip
on
maker.
his streams, he could be more personal, right? On his streams, he might reveal too much already.
Okay,
Maybe that's why.
Okay, well, reveal that. Like the point I'm making is, in my livelihood, when I was growing up, a postman was a damn good job. There was a man that lived a block up from me. I'll never forget him. He had a real nice house, postman. When I found out that Art was a postman and people were ridiculing him for being a postman, and he more or less, I guess you could kind of say he didn't disclose it, or I ain't gonna say he was hiding it, but he didn't disclose it. But I think there's a lot of depth to a postman or to a man that works on the warehouse floor. These YouTubers are hiding what they do. I'm a landlord. Most of my content is straight off landlord shit. These people are YouTubers. They live whole lives outside of YouTube and don't want to tell you about it. Why is that? Why is that?
Well, I mean, like I said, it could be doxing, or you trying to say there's a status that they want to uphold.
Can I be doxed by saying I'm a postman?
Probably easier than most jobs. Yeah, we know what county he comes from. Lost County, Long Beach. We know he comes from Long Beach. I think we could figure it out. Yeah.
Someone said you make rice chips. Correct.
Rice chips.
But if
I hate rice chips. But come on.
Craig, where you say you from? You say you from Vietnam? Where you from, Craig?
No, I was born here.
No, I mean you're you know what I mean. You're
yeah, ethnicity. Yeah.
Did we have a Vietnam girl on the channel the other day? Is that a little Vietnam girl? She's from California. Oh, Craig. Oh, Craig. You didn't see the street interviews we had with the little Vietnam?
No.
Craig, we had some University of California girls on the stream. And they were talking about how like people they were here on internships, right? So one of them worked for like a representative or something, and they were talking about how expensive it is to live and go to school in California. People living,
it is. Yeah,
I said, damn, why?
That's why I tell people. No, that's why I tell people it's like you guys don't understand that like $80K, $100K is poor in California. You got to be 200, 250, 300 to feel like a rich or middle class, I guess. Not even rich. Real rich is like billions. Come on.
Craig, I was on DJ Hemp panel. And they were talking about the West Coast versus the West Coast, and they were talking about how many black people out on the West Coast make $100,000. I said, "What the $100,000 on the West Coast is nothing. That's peanuts."
Yeah,
I mean that's literally peanuts. Like that's literally like dog food. You'll be eating dog food out there if all you make is $100,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, diesel is up to $8 a gallon. Yeah, already. In California.
I was gonna play this on the stream. I saw a dude. It was in the news where they drilled a hole in his gas tank and sucked all his gas out. He's like, man,
I bet they'll do that. Yeah, that's worth it now.
He said
that's worth it.
He said for $80 in gas, I got to spend $2,000 on repairs to fix my car. For $80 in gas, he was pumping gas and shit was just leaking. Yeah, and
you know what's gonna happen too is like all the homeless in the RVs that camp out in California, they're gonna go crazy because they use the diesel and gasoline to power all their generators for the AC, man.
Hey, my
God.
Hey, you know what's so crazy around here though? Crack. They ban gas. They ban gas. Literally.
Like, what do you mean by banning gas?
Like you can't buy like a gas powered tool. As an example.
Oh, you guys are doing that dumb. There was a lawsuit in California that blocked it, dude. Bro, they tried to do that here. They blocked that,
bro. Listen to this shit.
Oh my God!
Listen to this shit, Craig. I want you to listen to this shit right here. This is California right here. Damn. Listen to this shit, Craig. Oh, God damn. It's coming up. What the fuck? So this is about the guy whose gas was stolen in California. And this is some organized shit right here. This is very organized. Damn. Is it going to come up? Oh, here it is. Here's shit. Look at this shit.
The sinking moment, a man in Long Beach realizes someone didn't just steal his gas, they drilled a hole straight through his tank to get it. I've heard about people siphoning gas, like with a people could need to be on the lookout for thieves drilling holes in the gas tanks to steal fuel from cars, a possible new crime trend. Got me. The sinking moment, a man in Long Beach realizes someone didn't just steal his gas, they drilled a hole straight through his tank to get it.
I've heard about people siphoning gas like with a hose, but never drilling into the gas tank. That
Jose Figueroa says he filled up Sunday, but Monday morning his tank was empty.
consistent stream of gasoline.
At the gas station, he quickly realized why, with fuel pouring out like a shower from underneath his truck.
I hear it was like when you have a faucet running, and I look down and there's just gasoline all over.
The hole about the size of a dime, even covered with tape.
They taped it up.
The cost far worse than the crime itself.
How much do you think they took from you? It was $80 worth of gas, but the repairs are like $2,000. Oh my gosh! Yeah, they apparently they can't you can't patch that up.
This happened right next to Drake Park, where cameras are always watching. Despite that, neighbors tell me crime is common.
It's not only stealing gas, but it's breaking the cars, breaking into houses.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's Long Beach. Long Beach, man. That's Long Beach, of course. That's why you don't want to live in Long Beach, man. Fuck, dude.
Hey.
Long Beach is ghetto as hell.
Look, hey, I gotta get you some crack before I get out this motherfucker. These niggas be calling me Slumlord crack. And the thumbnail for this motherfucking stream is a bunch of drug lords. Crack. Bunch of drug lords. You see the thumbnail to this stream? Anybody see the thumbnail? Anybody see the thumbnail to the stream? Yay, nay. Anyway, crack. I want to show you something. Crack. They call me Slumlord crack. Why they make movies about drug dealers? You understand that, right? They call me Slumlords. Why they make movies about drug dealers? Right? Correct? That's what happens, right? Correct. They call me Slumlords.
Is that what they do?
They call me fucking Slumlords, man. All these niggas.
I know. I don't pay attention to these people, man. I don't know who half the time you talk about people I don't even know about. I'm like, I don't know these people. I'm hanging out with other side of the Thorpes, man, and all the other shit. It's like, what is this stuff here, bro?
They call me Slumlords, man. Why they watch movies and worship drug dealers. You know, my dad was a drug dealer, crack. Ever tell you about this?
No. Tell us some stories.
And people love
what
them.
What do you do?
People love them, man. They love them to death, man. Niggas sold drugs. They love them to death. And I love him. He my nigga. Right? But people talk about me and they be like, John, he's a slumlord, motherfucker. Slumlord, right? That's what everybody says about me. Any channel I go on.
Well, because you represent the man. You're the man. See, you're the man keeping people down because you own property. It's like, fuck owning property. I'd rather own a YouTube channel that can get shut down by some CEO in fucking Google. Be like, yo, shut that guy down. He's talking bad about the small hats. Shut him down. That's it. Easy shit, man.
So I want to show you some crap. From
the river to the sea.
They call
the river to the, okay.
They call me a slumlord, crack.
Yeah.
I got something to show these nickels. What would happen if I pull my dope off the street, like the drug dealer? What would happen if I said, okay, I'm going to pull my dope off the streets? I was on a channel the other day, and I'm going to show it to you. I said,
they'll be hooting and screaming.
I said, if you fucking niggas call me a slumlord one more, I said one more, let it even purse your
Just do it.
I said, if it even purse your lips one more time, we're gonna make some content here. I'm gonna call.
Yeah, take it all off.
I'm gonna call a chemotherapy patient who's already paid me money, and I'm gonna send him all his money back. And I'm gonna let him start over and find him a new place to live. That's what I told them blacks. And at that moment, them blacks said, hey, ease up off that nigga John Galt because he might do it. He crazy enough to do it. He crazy enough to do it, right?
Yeah,
So
you are crazy enough to do it.
I
Yeah.
want to show you some crack. I want to show you some crack. I want to show you some. Listen, if I took my dope off the street, crack, I want you to show this nigga. I want look at this nigga right here. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Where this nigga at? What's going on? Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga, crack. You see that nigga? You see that nigga?
Mm-hmm.
Crack, do you think a white man will rent to that nigga? Look at this nigga. Look. Have mercy. That nigga like gorilla. Huh? If I take my dope off the street right now, where the fuck that nigga homeless, man?
Yeah.
You
Probably.
You think a white man will rent to that nigga? You think a white man rent to that nigga?
To an OG like that? I don't know.
Call him OG. You think a white man? Hey, hold on. Okay, hey, look, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something, crack. Look, I'm gonna show you something. Damn, we got somebody else calling in. MLB. MLB, hit the link, man. I don't know if I can take two calls at the same time right now. You can hit the link.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. You have to make a separate link for two callers then.
I don't think.
And then a third link for three.
I don't think I've set up my panel.
Your call has been forwarded to
I
voicemail.
don't think I've set up my bots for multiple channels yet. You know, I'm still practicing. Shit.
Okay.
So I had to set up for one, but MLB, you can hit the link. You can definitely hit the link. Look at this shit. Look at this motherfucking like an ape. Look at it. Crack. You think you
Man, he's harmless. Man, he's harmless. I've talked to OGs that look like that before, man. They harmless, man.
if I take my dope off the street.
Take it off. Take off the dope.
Who you think gonna rent to him? Oh. Nobody renting that nigga. So I was telling my lovely lady.
Your call has been.
I was telling my lovely lady Lisa about this nigga. I said, sweetie, wait, it ain't what you say. Yo, it ain't wait, bro. And nigga was like, yo, bro, I'm homeless, man. Like, just tell me what room, and I just show up there. I can't be picking because I got nothing. I'm down on my luck. I'm down bad. And so this is the nigga. He showed up at the wrong house. He had to catch another Uber. This is all he got to his name. Look at this shit. To his name. You think anybody gonna rent to that nigga? You know what he does? Crack. You know what he does for a living?
He does something for a living? Disability by now? He's on chemo, right? He's on chemo.
Oh, look at that. No.
He's on chemo.
No, this ain't the chemo nigga. This is another nigga.
What the fuck?
This another nigga.
Oh.
What do you think this nigga did? Like crack. Hey, I should put a poll up. I want you guys in the chat. What do you think this nigga do for a living? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. What do you think he do for that? What do you think, Craig?
I think he's a janitor. How about that?
Okay, there's one. Anybody want to hit the link?
He's a custodian at some elementary school.
All
somewhere.
right. We got a custodian. We got a custodian. Anything else? Anything else? Say somebody said cook, a dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anything else? Anything, nigga.
Not even a custodian. Couldn't even get a good gig. Damn. Dishwasher.
Anything? Ain't no wrong with being dishwasher. Anything else?
No, oh man, there's no hope for benefits with that one.
Anything else? Uber driver? I just told you he called an Uber over here, so he ain't got no car. So no car. Oh, you better say it, my bad. What do you think this fucking nigger does for a living?
He's on parole. Working some type of program through the jail for recent
in a city like Washington, D.C., do you think anybody would rent this nigga as much as a hovel?
No. Fuck that.
It may be you know about Washington, D.C. You think anybody would rent this nigga as much as a hovel in D.C.?
Man, no way. That guy, man, that's the guy. I'm crossing the street for that guy if I see that guy coming. Guy'll rob your ass. He looks like he just got out. Like he literally just got out of jail.
He did. I got the audio.
I knew it. I knew
I'm gonna release it. I'm gonna release the call.
I knew he just got out of jail.
I'm gonna release the call at some point. This is the second criminal. This is the second criminal. See, these blacks want me to check credit. What would happen if I start checking credit on these niggas?
Man, that
oh,
would be
what the
bad.
fuck would happen? Hey, what would happen if I start checking credit on these niggas?
You have no one. You have no one direct.
I have nothing. I have nothing. So they want me to check credit. They say, Mr. John Gold, they say, you went to the wrong black people. Do better. Check credit. Okay, well, who I'm gonna find?
Whites, Asians. That's it.
But they not willing.
And Africans. That's the only black people you're gonna get.
But they not willing to live around blacks. See, the white Asians not willing to live around blacks. This is what I'm trying to explain. I don't give a fuck.
But that's how gentrification starts, right? That's how gentrification starts. You should take the dope off the market. Gentrify it.
You see that? You see that fucking foo-foo African? Go look on the channel. That nigga that died at the bus stop, and I said all he left behind was Fufu and Farina. You niggas don't even know what Fufu and Farina is. Do you know what Fufu? Do you know what Fufu and Farina is?
I've heard of Fufu. I've heard of Fufu. We made jokes about it on this show, man. Fufu.
Do you know what Fufu? Do you know what Fufu? Yeah. Do you know what Farina? Do you know what Farina is? No. See, I got an African woman, so I know what Farina is. You know what Fufu and Farina? I know you know. You got the Fufu. But what about that Farina?
Farina sounds Portuguese to me. Farina sounds Portuguese. It must be some kind of Angolan shit. What is that?
That Fufu and Farina. Hey, MLP, let me ask you this question. What did you think about the guy's critique of CT?
You know what, man? I think that guy's a hypocrite. To be honest with you, like I bet you he does all the same shit that he complains that CT does, but CT's just way more talented than he is. Like I hear guys like that all the time talking and run their fucking mouths. You know, he may be making some points, but he's also guilty of all that shit. He's a low IQ individual. Real low IQ.
You know, yeah, that guy's just doing it for easy content. He's just making you know,
He's
people are just
being
gonna
an
watch
asshole
it just to hear
just
it.
for the hell of it.
Yeah, easy.
Nah. I take a slightly nuanced point of view on this one, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. Because I do think, and I said it on the last stream, I don't know if this guy cribbed my notes or what, But I said exactly the same thing on the last stream. I said
Yo,
this
he
stream.
watched your shit, bro. He watched your shit.
What look, I even said as much as the rappers. StreamYard is nothing but a rapper around YouTube for the low IQ noobs. And I went into the point that Universal Jones was out here doing tutorials for the low IQ technology noobs who can't even work StreamYard. That's as low as it goes, bro. You're not gonna get more simpler.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
You're not gonna get any more simpler than StreamYard. And Universal Jones out here doing tutorials on StreamYard. Right?
Yeah, I was there. I saw it.
Right? Now, crack, I came along in the software era of RSS, and then subscriptions became the business model. You understand what I'm saying? From a software standpoint, you understand what I'm saying, right? If you don't understand,
Yeah, I think
right?
I think you guys stole it from us. Hardware was subscription based. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Well,
They would.
I think crack just got dropped. I think we only can do an hour so far. Crack, if you want to join by the chat, I think we only do an hour on the road. Sorry about that, crack. But anyway, so what I was saying is that from my software background, StreamYard, I would go so far as to say StreamYard is the cash cow of Boyd. Think about that.
Yeah.
StreamYard is a cash cow of Boyd. The low IQ people, this is what this guy was just saying. This is what DJ Wish Doctor said. I got a clip of that on the channel where he said going live is just easy. StreamYard allows you to just go live. It's very easy. And OBS is a little bit more technologically involved. I've talked to you about the triggers earlier from doing the auto scenes. That's just one aspect of OBS. And I don't think the average streamer can survive without StreamYard.
Yeah, they probably couldn't get anyone to call into their shit. Wouldn't have any way to get anyone to call into their shit because they couldn't figure out how to do it.
Look, I showed you Easy Band's show, right? What did Easy Band say?
I appreciate everybody.
I didn't see what did he say?
Lobo himself.
Look,
I appreciate that Double Up family. Thank you to TV Truck, and I appreciate you. Thank you to Adrian Nicole for the gift of membership. If you got the membership from Adrian Nicole, make sure you thank her. Thank you to my guy Bishop J. Man holding us down.
Hold on, we got Lisa on. So Izzy Benz is saying, I didn't get enough support to open up the panel, so he did a 2-hour stream. That's what he's saying here. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Lovely lady Lisa. Hey, I wanted to ask you something. I said something. Damn, I forget what I was going to say to you. But I said, what was I going to say to Lisa? It was about something.
StreamYard being the.
Was it the OBS?
But they're not being able to figure out OBS.
It may have been the OBS. You remember what I said to you something about like how many of these streamers can't figure out like OBS?
Yeah, without StreamYard, they couldn't do a show.
Lisa, you there? Yeah, I'm here. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let me put you on Bluetooth. I don't know. Hey, but you remember what I said? Like a lot of these streamers, like you know how I put a lot of effort into OBS. I've told you about that, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of these streamers, I've told you that they couldn't do it without OBS, without StreamYard. Remember I told you that? Mm-hmm. And so I'm reviewing a stream of a streamer who's basically saying the same thing, in that a lot of these black streamers use StreamYard because they're too lazy to learn OBS.
Well, is that a bad thing? Because it was created to make it easier for them using AI.
Well, StreamYard doesn't necessarily use AI. StreamYard.
No, I'm not saying it uses AI, but StreamYard was designed to make using the features that OBS offers easier to use?
No, StreamYard basically is a wrapper around YouTube.
Okay.
So StreamYard basically allows people who can't go live from OBS a way to go live from StreamYard.
Okay. So I think probably my point is still the same. It's a tool that makes it easier for people, correct?
Yeah, it makes it very easy for people.
Right. And what's wrong with that? Because we do things all the time. And I mentioned AI, and maybe AI was the best example, but I'm just saying, like, we use tools all the time that make things easier.
Well, the thing about it is,
tools that we use, if we didn't have that tool, we wouldn't be able to do that.
well, I think the thing about it is that YouTube StreamYard provides a very simplified wrapper, which prevents people from creating much more professional interfaces. It's a wrapper to YouTube, so there's only so much that it can do in terms of providing features.
Okay. Is it limiting to the point where, because you said like not as professional, so does it look bad?
Well,
is it just not?
Yeah, it's very limiting from the standpoint of it's a software answer to where, as I was telling you, like how I've been very involved in the hardware, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these answers or solutions are in the hardware, not the software. Does that make sense? And so a lot of the non-professional streamers are using software solutions to where they would have to invest money otherwise to solve the problem with hardware. Does that make sense? Right? So that's what I'm saying here.
Okay. And what's bad about that? Because their talent isn't in setting up the streaming services. Their talent is, I guess, their content.
Well, their talent, ultimately, the total package is the content and the look and feel, correct? Right? And they're not able to maximize the look and feel because of their inability to go beyond StreamYard. Does that make sense? Right?
I guess I'm just trying to understand, like, I can't tell you if I've seen a video with StreamYard versus like just using OBS.
Oh, you can tell. You can definitely tell.
To compare, but like some people will make videos with their phone.
But
and I've seen people like say, "Oh, I just made this with my phone and it looks fine."
but you're not gonna be able to make a live stream career doing phone videos.
Okay, so you're talking strictly about live streaming.
Yeah, live streaming. There has to be some production element to it.
I don't really watch live streaming.
Yeah. Guys, give me 1 minute. I gotta end the stream. This nigga high as a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast forward. I am the nigga young dog. This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the lean. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden era baby, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, living dreams. Now they zoned out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted defeat. Back in the day, the rock had a violent freak. Different story now, they got no energy. New drugs got them slow with the hit unload. Eyes closed and they don't dance no more. Block used to be jumping, top shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am the nigga young dog. I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more, it's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off. Shit just don't hit the same.
I am the nigga young dog.